One's a former NFL star turned esports coach.
But I was getting the stink eye from my wife. She's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing."
And one's a dad who can't stop playing Rocket League.
These kids these days, they're like, blah, 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 blah. We're used to jump and run.
Together, they welcome you to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge.
Right there, we are live here in the Rhythms 2 room here in the Sheraton Hotel in New Orleans for Super Bowl 59. And this is Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge on the road. I'm super excited to be here. Got a full building, a full room here. Got some good people here, and I guess it's going to be a great show today. So I'm super excited about that. And we're going to have a couple guests talking. We got students. We got some sponsors here that helped us get here and get this whole area set up. So Super Bowl week has been pretty much, awesomeness. We had a great run on the Radio Row yesterday. Myself and Sos grabbing a lot of good content for Gamers Lounge, for Alumni Media Network. My dad actually was from here, and I've tasted everything that's on the menu down here at Louisiana or New Orleans restaurant because of my dad. Between the jambalaya, between the gumbo. The only thing he never really fixed in the house was the beignets, and I think that was for good reason because, sweets is not good. And all right, and just knowing, me eating up too many sweets, then I couldn't have that going on. But the jambalaya is something I remember a lot. Bane, man, how you doing? He says, "Dang, when I'm working for you, I gotta come next year's party." Next year's party will be, Super Bowl event is in Levi Stadium in San Francisco area. So they just had it there not too long ago. I want to say, no, I take that back. About almost 10 years ago, 2016 was Carolina and the Denver Broncos, and Broncos came away with a dub for Peyton Manning and his kind of walk-off victory there. So now we got Jalen Hurts, we got Pat Mahomes, round 2 of Philadelphia and Kansas City in Super Bowl matchup here. But we got a great show ahead of you. Let me get into the intro here. So welcome to the show of Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge, the ultimate destination for all things gaming, hosted by myself, Green Bay Packer all-time leading rusher, Ahman Green, and I'm a gaming enthusiast here. So this show is your weekly getaway for the latest news, hottest game releases, and in-depth discussions on industry topics and things going on in the world of video games and esports. So whether you're a casual gamer or a hardcore gamer or even a big-time esports fan, Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge has something for everyone. So grab a controller, sit back, relax, and dive in for this dynamic world of gaming. So I got here earlier this week, here on Wednesday morning, and right away hit the ground running. I had to check into my hotel and then get over to Radio Row, which is the spot. Like, if it was a party spot, I'm surprised nobody has took two names Radio Row and made them into a nightclub in some big city, because during Super Bowl week, Radio Row is the place to be. And you have all networks, radio stations, podcasts from around the world. So I was able to run into and see Pat McAfee show running live from Radio Row. Had to sit there and watch him AJ, I got a chance to say what's up to AJ. We gave him a wave real quick because he was on the show. But former teammate AJ Hawk was also there. So was able to see that live and a lot of shows live. You know, Outkick, I was on there. Dan Dokcic, if I said his name correctly, former coach of Indiana Hoosiers. He backed up. He was assistant coach with name just slipped my mind, but assistant coach of Indiana Hoosiers when Indiana Hoosiers were playing some good basketball. So a lot of people here, even though he's a basketball guy, they're here. I actually got interviewed by a young man from Argentina. So that was fun, you know, to see that the colleges are here, college age folks, students are here to take in the spectacle, the festivities of Super Bowl. And it's a fun week. If you've never been to one, I say this is probably my 11th Super Bowl. And I say by now I'm to the point where I've learned my lesson of just go to, get some good content, play, go to some parties, especially if you got video games going on. I'm there. That's why I have my own now here. Partner up with Stay Plugged In and sponsored by Brightspeed. We will bring those, we'll bring some of the reps in from those places to help us do this here today. This has just been, for me, I'm at a loss of words because this is something I kind of put out there years ago, kind of my goal sheet. And when I was doing the podcast, I do it with John and Rico, and if I would, plan soon enough, I would be able to get those guys on here as well in terms of at least virtually. But we had a show where we always talk about where we're going to go, what we're going to do. We're going to do this on the road here. We're going to do this on the road there. And now it's coming to fruition this year in 2025. So we have been on the road last month in January in Chicago area, Lombard. We was able to get some content and do some interviews there at the Frosty Frostins FGC event that went on last month. And that was a 70-game event. So 70 fighting games that was participated by gamers to play and win. And, of course, the big heavyweights of Street Fighter, of Tekken, of Guilty Gear Strive, Super Smash Brothers. Those were the players. I said those are the games that the players played. So now we're down here in Super Bowl. Myself and some of the crew from Alumni Media has some great interviews that's going to be up on the Alumni Media website and on our socials as well, of interviews with my man Josh Jacobs from the Green Bay Packers, man. Got a chance to finally meet him, and I knew it was going to happen because as players coming down or going to a Super Bowl event is basically part of your job as a professional athlete, is go to if unfortunately your team may not make it. We were a few rounds off in terms of the Packers of making it down to the Super Bowl, and so but still you go down there. It's a business experience. You put your brand out there. So he was here doing interviews just like I was on Radio Row. Was able to catch him yesterday. So we got interviews of that from alumnimedia.com going up on our social media sites, on X, on Instagram, on I believe TikTok as well, and we have our own website, alumnimedia.com. And so that was yesterday. And then on Wednesday, I was doing the car wash of Radio Row myself. I think I interviewed with a university radio station, and they were all students, and they were super excited. They were giddy. It was just awesome to see, because one, they're here at Super Bowl. What college kid is going to have in their mind, like, oh, man, I get to be at Super Bowl, let no maybe go to the game. But as I talked on the game, if you watch me on the drive this past week, Super Bowl tickets are extraordinarily high. So a lot. If you're not corporate, oh man, then it's just, just go home. It's good. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be leaving out either tomorrow night or Sunday morning to get back home, watch the game with my wife and family and friends that may stop over. That's it. I don't know about you guys in the chat what y'all doing for Super Bowl, but that's what I'm doing because it's gonna be highly. A financial investment to just show up at the game. So again, like I mentioned, we are here at the Sheraton Hotel in the Pro Football Retired Players Association room, Rhythms 2. We're on the second floor, and if you walk into the room, if you're a former player or you're family member of, and that player lives in the New Orleans area or is flew in for Super Bowl, you can come up to the Sheraton Hotel on 500 Canal Street here in downtown New Orleans. And you come into Rhythms 2 room, you will see a nice little set. We got snacks. We have gaming stations. The first gaming station is Mario Kart with 2 big screens there. And then the second station, you have a competitive area of F1 simulation racing that was brought here by my partners from Stay Plugged In for the Ahman Green's Gamer Lounge and the Ahman Green Foundation as well. So like I said, this stream here is brought to you by Brightspeed, Fiber Internet, and Devour Go. Are you hungry? Order food from your favorite restaurants nationwide. And then a shout out to one of our long-lasting sponsors here, Sly, which they also have product here in the building as well. So play is an essential part of life, whether digital or outdoors. Exploring your world is fun. Keep the good times rolling. Support with your play with Sly Boost, Sly Chill, and Sly Dream Explorer. So going to head into the first segment here, into the quick hidden news bites, Blasky. So here we go. I'm working with a crew, so I'm not necessarily used to this. So I know the audio is running right now. And so I will get into the first article up today. Actually, I'm gonna see if I could get. Yeah, let's get Brian. Get Brian to come on over. Yeah, get Brian. Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna get our first guest here from Brightspeed, our sponsor of the event here. All right. So Brian, I think you can sit right there. Yeah, grab the headset, and then I'll unmute you once you get settled down here. All right, there we go. All right, we have Brian from Brightspeed. I'm just meeting him here. Thank you again.
Thank you
for being a sponsor here, and this taking the inner 5-10-year-old that I have and putting that out there that one day I'm gonna be on the road, and now I am. And so you helped out with that process, along with you and Rich Alvarez or Suarez, who's been on the show before, with Abe Gottsman as well. So meeting you today, just again, thank you for being a sponsor for today's event and being here, and I could share my passion, another part of me in terms of gaming. But then beyond that, just something that I know you guys have worked together for a long time. So just give me in the chat a rundown of how long you've been working with us, Stay Plugged In, and some of the initiatives that y'all do. And thank you again for sponsoring the show.
I appreciate it. And big fan, by the way.
Thank you.
And I'll tell you, I was happy to find out that you are this gamer at heart, right? So first off, before we go into the 4 main things we're doing with Spin and Stay Plugged In, I'll tell you the reason why Brightspeed is really inclined to do this. Traditional sports, as you know, not every kid plays traditional sports. So you have parents out there that are, kind of getting their kid out of their bedroom because they're upstairs playing, video games and wanting to go throw. But that might not just be for that kid, right? And then you come to find out that there's a big community of these kids that are really involved and passionate, just as passionate as we were with traditional sports. That they're, and then you see that they're not just games like Madden, and not just games like 2K, things like that. It's Valorant and Rocket League and Fortnite and Smash Bros.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart. Yeah. So it's fun, right? And then what I got really interested in as a parent was, for years my kid was telling me I could be like Ninja and make money. You don't understand. And I'm like, no, get outside, get outside. But then you find out that this world of esports and the way that, like the F1 league, for instance, that we're working on with Spin, you can go to school and get scholarships to do this.
100%.
And once parents find that out, so our job is with Brightspeed, the reason why I want to do this is to make sure that parents are educated so that they can understand more about esports.
That's the key. That's some of the secret sauce.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So in the communities, that's the secret sauce for me. Is I want to get to the communities. I want to help the esports world, get out into the communities and have parents. My goal, what I'd love to see would be watch parties, right? So through partnerships with theaters and this, that.
So that's growing in some cities. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Right, absolutely. And we're having I'd love to see watch parties where parents are actually watching the faces. And another thing too with the high school esports, I'd love to see you know how like you have like picture in picture on a television. I'd love to see the facial expressions next to the gaming, the in-game content of the kids, so the parents, playing. So while the parents are watching the stream, you know, they can see their kids' face and their expressions. Right. So that's the reason why we're doing it. And Brightspeed's a fiber internet provider, right? So we
so it's like hand in hand.
It goes hand in hand. It really is. It ties our brand to our product into a really important niche. So, so with Spin, working with the Players League, super excited about that. I mean, I could not be more excited about that. I'm just
that's so fun. I'll describe that in a little bit too. I'm glad you brought it up. But that'll be one of my descriptions before you even get off of here. We can all talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, no,
fantastic idea they Rich Suarez has with bringing that, putting that together.
Yes, that we started off with the base partnership with them as well, where we work with their tournaments live and stream, and we got to be a part of the Coca-Cola All-Stars this year. We were the golden ticket sponsor for that, that was a really, really cool thing where all 40 Coca-Cola All-Stars received a gift pack. The winners got their prizes, but all 40 were able to get a gift pack from Coca-Cola that had a lot of Coca-Cola branded things, but 2 of those we provided a golden ticket that is going to send them to a prospective college to take a look at their esports career. So we were very happy to be a part of that. Secondly, what we're doing in North Carolina, we have it's called Bright Futures Esports Lab contest. We're all of the communities that we serve as Brightspeed Fiber Internet in North Carolina can compete to win a brand new media center esports lab, courtesy of Brightspeed and Spin. Right. So we're working with that. We're also doing the F1 Formula 1 Racing League. We're the inaugural sponsor of that for in schools as well, which is a really cool thing. I think it's different. It's not the normal games, but it's kind of fun and inviting to try it that way. But then they also have that STEM build out, or the STEM portion where you're building cars and aerodynamics and stuff like that. I mean, stuff way smarter than I am that these kids are learning right now. I'd say that, Ahman, right now.
Yeah, I'll say real quick, man, I wish I was a high school student in North Carolina. Oh, man, because playing traditional sports like I did football, baseball, basketball, and track, this would be my pastime coming home. Get my homework done was the rule, or make sure my chores was complete first. My mom and dad did have that rule set. So I knew by the age of 8 coming home, and that was like 5th grade or whatever, that when I got home, even if my mom, because usually I get home, my dad's at work, mom just coming in after me, and room clean, get homework done. If it's not a football season week and it's not a baseball season week, get those things done before I could be on my Nintendo or my Sega Genesis by that time. So that's where.
Is that your first console?
No, this Nintendo was. Yep.
Nintendo was your first console.
Yeah. Actually. Okay. Yep. And so I say actually it was ColecoVision.
That was mine.
That was my first one. So Zaxxon and Donkey Kong. So that was the rule. The rule was, clean room, chores done, homework completed or studied, get that all done, and then boom, you could go out there. So that part is where myself and my foundation, along with Spin, and now knowing yourself and the company Brightspeed, finding them out once I got connected with Spin, that we're all aligned in that same avenue to teach and show students if you play a video game, this is also what can happen and what you can find out and know for yourself. And then also the parents, like you said, letting them know, letting the upper management know of schools and stuff and what it is. Because I was at the collegiate level. If Rick told you, I was coaching at the University of Nebraska and at Lakeland University in Wisconsin. And that was what I found out within that first year, in recruiting, and between having an on-campus facility, having scholarships, all that was the part of, just like when I was getting recruited as a football athlete, what's going to entice me to go to your school? Yeah. And what's going to bring me through your doors and be there for 4 years to get my degree and then maybe work towards my master or some other major. What's going to get me there? And so where this is at, where y'all, what you're starting with, what you had already started with Spin, but then now I'm piggybacking on that to collaborate. It's just been, it's going to be, I already know for a lot of it, it's just a good, a great experience for young players. Yeah, I totally agree. And, I was speaking with an esports athlete today. Okay.
who is an aspiring content creator. Right. So you think about that, and you think of the world of marketing. Right. You think of the marketing world of business today as evolving into something completely different than it was 25, 30 years ago.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So like, you got to think more influencers.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. It is a big thing. And then also the way that we show up. Right. A company shows up inside of a video game with branding all the time.
I've been watching this for at least 20 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say 30 years. That's how long I've been gaming, 30 years for sure.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So you see those opportunities, and then that's the youth, primarily. The youth of the world, that's the way they're growing up. Where we're at now, I think it was maybe last year, the year after the final generation that didn't grow up without a cell phone.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, that speaks volumes. These kids want they want their quick gratification real quick. They want to see it. They want to know it.
Exactly.
They want to TikTok it. And,
I got a 5-year-old granddaughter, so yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely understand that. Like, hey, I want it now.
Yeah.
It's like,
Right.
Slow down.
Do you remember video games when you couldn't save them?
No. Yes, I do. There was no memory cards.
No memory card.
No terabyte of drive
Yep.
to hopefully download and save all your completed missions.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yep. You just had to try to beat it. If not, you had to start all over to the beginning.
That's right.
Then in Mario or Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
But then I think when saving came around was around. I think it was PlayStation.
PlayStation 1 that I can remember.
Yep, PlayStation 1. They had the little memory cards.
Yeah, the big. Yeah.
Me and my older brother, we had a stack of them.
Yeah.
I bought a little because you could buy them in like 3 packs. After a while, they released it just 1 pack, but then 3 packs came out, and I was buying those 3 packs to make sure I saved my PlayStation 1 game. So yes.
So 2 questions.
Okay.
All right,
you got a question for me? I love it.
2 questions. So for gaming questions.
Yes, of course. This is Gamers Lounge.
Can you remember the first 2-player same screen horizontal game to be created? And I'll give you a hint. It was for Nintendo.
Was it for Nintendo? Because I was already going to take a Genesis.
Well, there's
for a fighting game.
Yep. But it's not double. I'm talking same player, same team.
Oh,
not fight against. Not like a Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Oh, I think I know this. Double Dragon.
That's it.
Boom.
That is it, my man.
Yes.
You earned a lot of points for me on that one.
I know. I played that one a lot.
I love that.
I didn't know that, but I was like, wait a minute. When you said single player, same team.
Yeah, horizontal.
Horizontal, and then horizontal, because I remember that you couldn't tell sometimes, like if you were close to the edge, because some fight scenes where you're on a building, and you fall off if you're too close to the edge.
And if your partner wasn't up with you, you would die.
It would kill you. I was like, wait,
where you at?
Or I was the one doing it, like, oh my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm going too quick. Yeah, you're going too fast.
I'm going way too fast.
So the horizontal one would be Akari Warriors for Nintendo, where it was an army game that you had a partner that would jump into different things like tanks and planes, but it was up and down, vertical.
Got you. Okay, that one I haven't played. It sounds fun.
Yeah, Akari Warriors.
Super fun. Fun. So is this simple questions now?
Yeah.
First time in New Orleans? Or you been here
for
before?
Me, nope. First time in New Orleans. I frequently travel, but never been down here.
Okay, and of course, first time Super Bowl?
I've never been to the Super Bowl.
First time. First.
I won't be at the Super Bowl.
Me neither.
Yeah. So but first time in the city that it's happening in. Yeah.
Right.
It's amazing.
It's a great city. Good eats. You cannot find a bad meal here in New Orleans. That means you're not looking good enough.
Yeah.
So, I'll say some other simple question here is what I did the radio row. Rick was actually on there with me for a little bit as well. So I get the easy questions here is, since you're down at Super Bowl, I'm pretty sure you don't have a dog in the fight here. Are you?
The last dog that we ever had in the fight, Jim Brown, was on our team. So,
so you're a Browns fan.
I'm a Browns fan.
Okay, gotcha.
And, it is what it is.
Gotcha, exactly. All right.
Give it to me, because I'm a Browns fan.
With Chiefs and Eagles, who's your pick, and what's your score there?
Score 35-34 Chiefs.
Oh, I love it. Snapped it
35-34 Chiefs. Just because the Super Bowl pool I'm on, those are the numbers I have.
I love it. I love it. Competitiveness. So you sound like a fantasy footballer.
Yes, I am. 23 years.
Oh, wow. You got me beat.
23 years.
We started
on paper.
I know. I've seen, I've done I used to live in Wisconsin, obviously being a Packer, and I went to a fantasy football draft event. Myself and Dorsey Levens, my teammate, we both kind of worked it. We're basically hovering around all the leagues. It was like 20 leagues they brought down. We were the guest hosts, and we would just go around and kind of hover behind and see how their draft boards were looking. They had their laptops out. But, I walked into one group and just asking. I was trying to ask a whole lot of questions because they're focused.
Yeah.
But I was able to get some conversation with one group, and it was an older lady, and she mentioned, like, about the paper days and, I used to have to do this, and, now they got PTs and the tablets, or you could just, save stuff on your phone. But I was doing this every Monday night or Sunday night, after the game. I was like, oh, my God. And this was like, she's like, this was in the late 70s.
Oh.
I was like,
what?
I was like,
in the 70s?
Yeah, so it's been, fantasy football been
wow. I was 2000
grind for a long time.
2002, I think it was.
Yep, I started when I was done playing, so I was done in 09, so about 2010. I finally jumped into a couple of my friends' leagues, and I made a family league with me and my wife, our kids. We got 4 girls and a son for 5 total, and some of their friends jumped in. And my wife, she had a great season. She went 16-0, but then lost the Super Bowl.
Oh, man.
And then she did it again the next year, and she's like, I'm done with fantasy football.
Well, that league was set up wrong then. Yeah. If your final game's the 17th week, something's wrong.
Right, and it was so no. I was a commissioner. I don't know if I was messing that up or not because we didn't do. I think it was because you break for playoff, right?
No. So I've been.
She was 16-0. I do remember that.
Yeah, no, you can definitely be 16-0. That'd be playoffs. So week 17 didn't exist when it first started.
Right.
I think it was only 16 weeks. So you may have been right. That could have been the championship. What I don't like about it is if you have dogs in the show, right?
Right.
The playoffs, your playoffs, you could lose to the 8th seed real easy.
Right.
Because they may have more players that are actually playing during the playoffs than the teams that have been great all season. But I absolutely love it. I've only in 22 years I've won my league I think 3 times. That's it.
Nice.
The same group of guys when I used to live in Florida. And I'm the only guy from Ohio that's in the league. So everyone else is down in Florida.
Browns, Florida, and now Carolina. Do you stay?
Oh, I'm still in Ohio.
Oh, you're still in Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I knew Bryce B was sponsoring Spin being in Carolina, so I just thought.
But our headquarters is in
Carolina.
Charlotte.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So I'm gonna dive into a little bit of this Players League a little bit.
Sure.
So the Players League, for the audience tuning in, it's going to take place where we got players on teams in Houston area where I'm at right now living, but where I used to live, Green Bay, New England, and the Carolinas team. So that means the Panthers, the Patriots, the Packers, and the Texans will have players that I was able to find a couple players from each team, from 2 teams myself, because being in the area of Houston now and then knowing a lot of folks at the Green Bay Packers, was able to find a couple players that will represent those teams. And so the big goal here is literally getting, where are we at? What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. You do the math, what's that? 28 more teams down, because that will be all 32, to have 1 or 2 of the players represent their universe or their team to help out the local high schools in the area to compete in the Players League, which high schools will compete in the game of Madden, and then at the end of the season, we'll end up in Green Bay for this year's NFL draft. But the big picture is whatever that year we get all 32, we'll end it wherever that draft is. And so the kids' experience through this part is fantastic, right? They get to mingle and talk with a professional athlete once or twice a month and get the education of leadership, accountability, respect, integrity, and all that of being on a team and working together to try to get a victory for the game. But then they're getting those major experiences with the technology. They're like what we have around these headsets, to the board here, the laptop, the TV, you got behind the stage,
the announcers,
then camera people working behind the scenes. So they're going to gain those hands-on experience and networking with other colleges, because with Stay Plugged In, Spin, what they have done, they already have a network of colleges. And so with that, those 2 or 3 high schools from each city, they can connect with the colleges too, because they'll also be helped and assisted through Spin to get, say, hey, this player is interested in maybe going into playing Rocket League or what have you, other games, not just Madden for this competition, but playing those other games at the next level. So that just gives them, it opens up a whole new world of things to do, of what you have done, sponsoring, spin and working along together and creating these events. And then myself, that's why I'm here to do the same, to partner with. And I was like, yes, I've taught classes about it. I coach, the competition side of the competitive gaming at the collegiate level, and even the high school level, because I started at a high school in Wisconsin. Shout out to Bayport High School. They'll be one of the Green Bay schools. A part of this. The other school that I coached football at that school was Southwest Green Bay High School. So it'll be Bayport High School, and Southwest Green Bay is going to be competing to get to Lambeau Field, which is really for them. They're already there.
Yeah,
they're right down the street.
Yeah.
Being the kids that grew up there in Green Bay, Wisconsin. But for the New England high schools, for the Carolina high schools, I know for the New England high school, even though he's not a Patriot anymore, KJ Osborne, he's going to be the athlete. Mentoring the high schools there in the New England, Connecticut area.
That's great.
And then I think Jonathan Stewart may be helping out for the Carolinas. I just saw him the other day on Radio Row. Looks good. We look like we both could go, get a few plays in. And then Houston.
He's put a few points on my team before.
And I'm pretty sure he was a dual back, all around back. I call.
Yeah.
That means play 4 quarters, could catch the ball, could run the ball, block, and then sometimes tackle a guy.
Yeah,
he
and play hurt. He played hurt a lot.
He did too, and great guy. And then a really good running back too.
Yeah.
I think he was maybe 2-time Pro Bowler, what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And then with Houston, I know I haven't talked to the guys there, but they know they got the message. So maybe Dalton Schultz, former tight end for the Cowboys, and now a Texan. So he's the gamer that I was told. I was like, all right, well, that's who I want down. So those players I mentioned, and it might be some new names coming down, they are going to mentor the athletes. So the kids will have a time, like I said, once or twice a month between now. So we're starting this on February 19th, where the players start practicing, and then that Zoom call once a week will happen with the NFL player chiming in and saying, asking questions, how practice is going, let me watch and see how things, how you communicate, how you collaborate, how you're working out your strategies to try to win the game, whoever's playing the game, are they learning Madden in the proper way, but then also are you working together as a team, and what that looks like, and it's showing it from their point of view. Me giving my examples of when I played, just how we worked through an issue, we had a turnover, or we didn't have clear communication, or it was an audible that I didn't get, or the offensive line or the wide receiver didn't get, how we worked through that to continue to be a team, because we don't want to fall apart, in a game, because if not, we're going to lose it. But we stay solid. But then how we communicate our way through that to get to a positive outcome, because of the other team making adjustments, making it hard on us to win. So
let me ask a question about that real quick. So just a thought: do professional athletes that actually play that sport, let's take football, do you think that they would be better or worse than folks that don't play professional sports in Madden from a strategy perspective? And what I mean by that is I love Madden, love it, right? But I'll tell you a real quick story. When I played that, no one could beat me but one person. I had one person beat me.
And who was that?
It was a buddy of mine, and what it was he played like it was a real game. He blew the clock out. He literally waited 35 seconds before he would call each snap. Yep. I would score in 1 second. Boom, touchdown, gone. Right, and then he would play all the way down to score at the minute, and then he would figure out my offense with a defense, which I'm terrible at. So in your case, knowing defense, do you think that you have an advantage when you look at the schematics that the Madden plays? Because I'm just like Madden, quick pick. I don't really get involved with the strategy. Do you think that NFL players would have an advantage knowing how to read defenses?
Yes, 100%.
Okay,
we do. This was something. So year one at Lakeland University, I'll tell my story here real quick. Curtis Doki was one of our Madden players that made it to the playoff, and we had a ton that year because it was COVID year. So we actually had actual football players. But the thing about the actual football players that was playing Madden, the good thing is we had every player that played Madden made it to the playoff. But we were all put in the same bracket in the first round, so we ended up eliminating
everybody.
Yeah. And so came out the fray. It was Curtis and another player, and then Curtis beat him. And then Curtis went on to the next round. And so from that point on, it was a point of when, me coaching and watching the games that Curtis played, and it was one player we knew, we kind of knew one player in particular we're going to see in the finals. I remember his name. He had a great gamer tag. It was McGiggles. And even though that was funny, he balled out on the field. He didn't make you laugh because he was kicking your butt.
Yeah.
But he used Kansas City at that time. And if everybody knows, 2020 was the year that Pat Mahomes was on the game.
Yeah.
Probably his second year on the game because he got drafted in 2018. His second or third year on the game of Madden. So, gunslinger, superstar trait. You throw the ball in any platform.
Pocket.
Yep.
Just like when Vic was in it.
100%. So he was using that, and also with all the receivers of speed, Tyreek Hill, I think Mako Hardman was there. So he would just throw it. He would play around with like a couple knick-knack runs and a short pass here. Then the third or
couple
fourth play.
Couple
Kelsey outs, and then the third or fourth play, then he'll just chuck it deep because he knew he had Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
And so when I was watching the film from the other previous games that he played against, they played once during the
regular season. Who are you? Who did you use?
So Curtis, he used.
Curtis, yeah. Who
so What? Think for a second. So Kansas City, Curtis ended up using. I think he used the Ravens.
I was gonna say Baltimore.
I think he used Ravens. If not,
that's who I would have used.
If not, it was actually Green Bay, because he was a Green Bay fan. He was a Packer fan, and was not a shabby team. Aaron was still there. Rodgers was still the quarterback, so it was either Ravens or Packers. So I'm pretty sure it was Packers. And so watching the film from the previous matchups, and they played in regular season, and Curtis won last second. I said to Curtis, I said, let's see if he can go through his progression. So you're playing football, quarterbacks, right? They got to go through. There's a 1 option, 2, 3, 4, maybe a 5th option. So good quarterbacks can go from 1 to 5 or 1 to 4 real fast. They go boom, boom, boom. Okay, he's over, boom, 4th pick. And so I said, let's see if he could do that. So we started pressuring him, because deep ball, he got to drop all the way back and gives him time, and then he just tap the button and chuck it. So let's give him, try 1, try pressure, then 2, if the pressure doesn't work, let's just put cover 4 out in the field, and so we have quarters covered deep, and push your DBs all the way back as fast as they go. Like, we're just trying to give up the short pass, and he's like, that's what we want to do. Just like your friend there draining the clock out on you. You know what? We're going to give him short passes. Let him have the 10-yard to 5-yard incompletions, or even the 20-yard ones. Let him have it, but he's not going to beat us for the 80-yard throw. And so, but eventually that 80 yards, once you get to the red zone, it's only 20.
Yeah, it's
And now you got, we had 3 D linemen down, so 8. That means 8 defenders in the passing lanes. So let's see how good is he now. And then he started just falling apart. He had about 4 or 5 interceptions in the series that won Curtis and myself our first championship for Lakeland University in Madden. So it was just that observation, because even Curtis, at the beginning of the season, I threw at him, hey, when we play some of these games, don't be like you were going fast. I said, no, it's dink and dunk. Just go slow and drain the clock, especially during 2 minute. And so I was like, he said, Coach, I played high school football. So when I remember that, I said, remember in high school football, if your team, was going into halftime, if you had the ball, what was you going to do? You wasn't going to just fly down the field. You was going to drain that 2 minute clock all the way down as far as you can go, get as close as you go, or score a touchdown before you gave the ball back. Cause if you have 2 minutes on the clock, you got the ball going into halftime, most likely you want to keep the ball, kick a field goal, score a touchdown, but don't give the ball back to the other team. And so I said, that's what we're going to do. We're going to play straight up real football.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's great.
Yep. So that's what we did. And we ended up earning the championship for Lakeland University, and their first of many after that, because that recruiting class I was able to bring in from Curtis and a few other players from Two Rivers and Random Lake. I think they walk out of there. They got a divisional championship in Valorant later on in December of 2022. And then now I still talk to the kids and the coach, Brett Sheldon, shout out to him. They won a championship in as Omega Strikers. It's like a soccer game with like anime characters. It's a crazy game, but it's like Rocket League is with cars to superheroes. So the cars are replaced by superheroes in Omega Strikers, but it's still soccer or hockey, actually more like hockey. So that's what went on there. So
I got a question from like a nobody, high school athlete like myself. You get into these games where you can build your own characters, right? Yep. You start naming yourself. You put them on the teams. You start putting your rankings up. You go through the whole league, the whole series, or the my teams, my leagues, and you try to get your stats, pad your stats, and stuff like that. I've always wondered, when you play Madden, just a play now game. Say you and I are just going to pick it up and just play each other, right?
Right.
Do you play yourself? Is that not the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life, being a gamer growing up as a kid? Does that not give you this biggest sense of pride in your life to see?
Yeah, it was. When it first happened, I was actually in college.
NCAA.
NCAA college football back in it was Bill Walsh College Football. 1996 or 95.
Yeah. What year did you graduate high school?
I was a freshman, so 95.
You graduated high school in 95?
Yep.
Me
and
too.
so I was end up being on Bill Walsh College Football 96.
Okay.
But they had me still as a freshman running back on the Nebraska Cornhusker roster because we won the national title. It was our back-to-back title. We beat Florida in the Fiesta Bowl.
Okay.
And so they had me on there, and I was just like, I was sitting there running down the sideline with my avatar, like, this is so cool, But it was no social media then, so I think I called my brother, like, dude, I'm on this game. I called one of my brothers, and then I got to school the next day. I said, hey guys, I'm on this. They're like, yeah, whatever. Like my high school buddies, I called them up. They're like, oh, so yeah, it was a surreal awesomeness being a fan. So real quick to the chat. Thank you. What's that? Chronology. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. But yeah, for that moment, and even now for Madden. So I'm mostly on MUT, so the Madden Ultimate Team. For the regular team, all right, I won't pop up on the active roster, but I'll be on anybody's Ultimate Team if they pluck my card out of a deck.
Oh yeah.
On them virtual decks, they rip it open and my card pops up. So I love doing that. It's just like, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm technically, because I'm looking at, I see people like one person in particular, one of my favorite rappers of all time, Snoop Dogg, and he's been everywhere, literally. But from a gaming standpoint, he's been on Call of Duty. He was on Call of Duty on Vanguard, and then just recently. Fortnite.
Yeah.
Just recently. I was about to say just recently. Yeah. Fortnite. And then Madden, he was one of the coaches. You could sub in as a coach.
Nuh-uh.
Yep. So that was longer ago. That was like 2015, 2014, somewhere in there. And then he just was on another game between Fortnite. Yeah, it was Fortnite was the recent one. And Call of Duty, and then Madden as well. So I'm like, like trying to compare that. I'm like, wow. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Now, do you believe in the Madden curse?
I did. And so I got a story behind that. So during my playing days, I had a good run. So I got to Green Bay in 2000. Then from 01 to 04, I set some records where I had 4 straight 1,000, actually 5 straight 1,000-yard season as a Packer running back.
Yeah, those are Pro Bowl seasons.
And then Pro Bowl season on top of that, and then two All-Pro seasons. And then I got a call from EA. My good buddy Carmen, who worked at Athletes First, was my agent. He's like, Ahman, EA called and said they want to throw you on the cover next year. And I was like, all right, cool. And I thought about it. And then they called me up like a couple days later after practice, and I talked to him, and I was thinking about it so much. And I'm like, can I say no? So I said no, and my chat knows this, the ones that are definitely the greenies, as they call themselves. But I declined EA for that because I'm like, look, my team, we're in the playoff hunt. We've been on the playoff hunt for the past 3 seasons.
Yeah.
I don't want to have no reason to get hurt. Yeah. I said, could you put me on the back cover? I said, because that's not the front cover.
Yeah, that kills the curse.
Yeah, so it'll be opening, and I'm on the back. Yeah. Be my guest. And so I tell that story. I was like, yeah, so I declined being on the cover. I'll definitely take it now if they want me now.
See, you never knew. No one, your chat never knew that.
Yeah, some people in my chat never knew, because we got Ocean Gatsby, Ocean R. Gatsby, he's new, but Akido, he knows that story, and Fortnite Dad, he knows that story. A few guys, Poppy Mosey also knows that story, but Bane, he does not, and yourself, Brian, you just learned that story as well.
Yeah, that is unbelievable.
Yep. Wow. So again, I don't want to hold you up here too long. I want to say thank you again.
No, I really appreciate it
for being the sponsor here for the Pro Football Retired Players Association and the Mon Greens Gamers Lounge. First time at Super Bowl, and partner with Spin and Brightspeed as well. So thank you very much for your assistance there, but it's going to be, this is not the first. This is the first of many.
That's right.
We're just starting this thing.
Yep.
That's the one thing about this. This is our first of, we got the rest of 2025 and then years to come.
I'm excited about the draft, the final.
Yeah, so we got draft. So we got draft final for Player League again. I'll talk more about this as we go on. We have, I know it's a student here that's right there. Hey, you ready? All right, we got a student.
That's the one I was talking to.
Yeah. So we got a student come. We got a student from Southern University coming in
Yeah.
here, but we're gonna be here for a little while. But I got my show to go to. But Brian, again, thank you.
Thanks, Mom.
For
Appreciate
nice
it.
meeting
Like
you,
I said, pleasure.
I'll
to
see
meet
you again, man.
All right, buddy. Thank
All
you.
right. Yep,
See you
you're
next
welcome.
time.
Yep, see you next time. Yeah, just put it right there. Yep. Yep, it's on. Yep. All right, Brian. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Blasky, appreciate you. Come on in. Come on in. So grab the headsets. All right. Oh, you got to turn the other one around. This right here. The ear flipped around on you. Yep. There you go. Yep.
Kim,
Yep, it's on mute. I got him.
Kim, we good? Copy.
Yep, we're
Alrighty.
good. So,
What about now?
All right, man. Got my man, Kobe. What's your last name, Kobe?
Robinson, Kobe Robinson.
How you doing, Kobe?
Doing good.
Kobe Robinson from us. So you are, what year are you at Southern?
I'm a freshman. I graduated in 2028.
Okay. All right. So you with my man, Mr. Christopher Turner down there, my man. So shout out to CT, Christopher Turner, who is the director of esports at Southern University. Is one of his students, one of his players here. So I'm going to start off with, so you're a freshman. What's your game of choice that you're playing down there for Southern Esports?
I play everything. Currently we're playing 2K for the little 2K Collegiate League,
Okay.
but I really made my name for myself at Southern with the game Fortnite. I don't know if you're familiar.
No,
Fortnite.
I'm a coach as well, so I know, and a gamer.
Okay,
So,
yeah,
yeah, I know
Fortnite. Yeah, that's really where I made my name for myself right there. But I really play everything from Fortnite, Madden, college football, 2K, pretty much in that range right there.
Gotcha. So what? Tell me. So let's step back to high school and middle school, and when you got to start gaming. So what our usual question I ask to all my gamers that come on, or my guests that come on. Actually, I forgot Brian. I forgot to ask him, but I'll ask him another time, so I'll get him on here. So give me your gamer origin story. So when I say that, how old were you when you started gaming? Who was it? Was it your mom, dad, your brother, cousin, a homeboy from around the block that came over to help you out to get you going in whatever the game that was? And did I say how old were you?
I'm 19.
Okay, no, when you started
okay,
gaming.
okay,
So
okay.
those are the part. How old were you? What was the game, and who was it that got you gaming?
Okay. Honestly, I've been gaming since I was like 2 years old. Honestly.
Whoa.
Like, yeah, I've always.
So before you were talking,
I was talking early.
Yeah,
so
okay,
But
okay.
really, 2 years
walking,
old. Like,
was you walking at 2?
Nah.
Okay.
I don't think so. I don't know. I had to ask my mom.
Yeah,
about
you
that,
got it.
but
Yeah, that's a mom
I don't
question.
remember that part, but
But you were
I-
gaming, bro.
gaming. I was always a gamer. I was went from watching only WWE to playing games and stuff like that. It usually
I love it.
It really started with my uncle Calvin and then my stepdad Terrell. He a
Okay.
Packers fan.
Oh,
Yeah.
appreciate him.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, and you were a Saints fan, obviously, or
No, Seahawks.
oh, that's
a
where I got
Seahawks.
drafted.
I'm a
Yeah,
Seahawks fan.
1998.
That's exactly
Go
why I know you.
Hawks.
Yep.
Go Hawks.
But yeah, it started with them two. I usually just play I used to play games like the old Maddens, the old college football. That's
Right.
really where it started, and 2K
Okay.
and stuff like that. But I've been gaming since I was 2. But I really started taking it more serious. I see around 2017. That's when I started like trying to do YouTube streaming and stuff like that.
So,
It's really
so
when
getting into content creating
Yeah.
and gaming at the same time.
yeah, that's
Gotcha.
when like Fortnite came out. That's when I was kind of just streaming GTA and Fortnite
Yep.
around that time. But what really made me get into the competitive scene was I went to Terra High School and I played Madden for Terra, and I reached out to Coach Turner. I had seen they was hosting this little Fortnite tournament. I
Yeah.
was like, I know I'm in high school, but I take classes at Southern. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
do
And a lot of people don't know that. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know that until I visited him a couple years ago. I came down to campus, and sorry, I didn't want to cut you off, get your story, but get this out. A lot of people don't realize that Southern University actually has a high school on its campus.
I didn't
Yeah.
go to that high school.
Yeah,
I
but-
just did dual enrollment. with,
Right, right. I'm just
yeah.
letting people know.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I didn't know that because
Yeah,
I've known
Southern
about
Lab.
Southern forever. I just thought it was a college
Mm-hmm.
all the way through and maybe do summer camps. But no, they have actually high school just
On
off
camp-
off
yep.
campus.
Yep,
Not
Southern
far
Lab.
off campus. So there you go.
Yeah,
All right.
Southern Lab. But I went to Terra High School. I did dual enrollment classes with Southern. So I reached out to Coach Turner. I was like, I do classes with Southern. I don't know if I qualify to play for you, but if I can, just let me know. I'll help out. So he gave me the opportunity, and I led them to second place. And then pretty much since my junior year of high school, I just been with Coach Turner and Southern, and just pretty much dominating Fortnite and different games through every genre, pretty much. But I don't know if a lot of people know it, but I'm the first ever dual enrollment collegiate pro. So
when they say explain dual enrollment.
Dual enrollment, basically high school and college. I'm taking.
You're in high school.
I'm in high school, but I'm taking college classes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I'm the first ever dual enrollment collegiate esports pro. So
there you go.
That's a good, achievement right there. But that's pretty much where I started taking everything serious. Then last spring semester, I led the Fortnite team with me and my boys, Brax, Pharaoh, and Trey.
Okay.
Led the Fortnite team to third place twice, but we won $20K in prize pool from
awesomeness.
Yeah, we won $20K.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it was pretty hard. I wish we got first, but for some reason, I think we're gonna get a first place in 2K this time around.
And it's with my player. Everybody has their individual archetype that they built out with their badges, and you got your squad.
Yeah, for 2K we got a different squad, but for Fortnite that's where we won the money. We're just now starting the 2K team, so I think we're gonna do very good in that because we got I say he's one of the best point guards in the nation, honestly. Carson, he's pretty good.
What year is he on the roster?
I think he's a freshman too.
Like
me. Yeah, he's a freshman like me. If one thing I do some very good recruiting. So ask Coach Turner that.
So you batting 1,000 recruiting?
Oh yeah.
So every guy or girl you talk to in terms of coming for the esports program, you got them.
Yeah, I got them. I'm gonna make sure they locked in. Make sure they got the skill to at least. Because it's not only benefiting.
And I like you say skill. Yep,
yeah, it's not only benefiting the program. It's benefiting just themselves in general. Because even though they might say they have better skill than me and they're outperforming me.
Right.
I'm glad that I was able to recruit somebody to branch off to their dreams. Like if they want to be a content creator or professional gamer, they can get recruited. Like honestly, I think after this 2K, Carson, I feel like he will actually get recruited by the actual 2K affiliate leagues. Like I feel like he's one of the coldest point guards I ever met, honestly.
Oh, wow. So it's just
I know.
So you should
I know that he's cold.
What that looks like. What's that look right? So what is your for you? What is your goal set that you have for you? Some of the goals that you said, and like when you get up there, when you become a senior, in terms of once you graduate, what's your goals once you get out of here?
Before I graduate Southern, I feel I wanna leave behind something that I feel every kid and every high schooler can follow. Like I want to be able to be a famous content creator, a famous professional gamer, stuff like that. But I also want people to be like, it don't matter what age you are, you can start early. You could try to finish high school early and start on college. And esports is not just about gaming. You don't have to be a nerd to game. You can do gaming. It's all about just you. Honestly, you're putting your whole self into gaming. It's not
correct.
It's not about just nerdy or just staying on the game or stuff like that.
Yeah, because that was a stigmatization, I'll say, for when I was a kid. I say really when I was in college. So college was 1995 for me, but then once I got to the league in 2000, I'm with the Packers at that time, and a lot of my teammates wouldn't even, they didn't want to talk about how much they played Madden or GTA or I think Fortnite wasn't around. I'll say Halo around that time, and I'd be like, bro, just talk about it. They'd be like, am I? So I was the geek on the dork on the team. AG, you a dork.
Yeah.
You play Madden? I'm like, you play Madden too, man.
Right. Everybody play Madden. Everybody play little games once time in their life. But I know now a lot of NFL players, they do their own little branching off from the league. Like they play games. Like a lot of people doing their podcasts, like Michael Parsons, all them. They all typically play video games. Like that's what I'm saying. Video games is everybody games. Everybody. Like even if it's from mobile games on their phone, if it's from Roblox. I know a lot of females tend to play Roblox and kids.
And why is that? Because I'm finding out a lot about Roblox lately. Between you could create teams in football or soccer and create leagues.
Yeah.
So how is Roblox? I haven't played it a whole lot. I played Minecraft more than I played Roblox because I got nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
So they was always down for Minecraft. But what's with Roblox and how is it? Why is it? I guess. What is it about it? What makes it the go-to game for high school kids and college kids as well?
I say the thing about it is that it's so many different levels to it. Like it's so many creators and just customizations and all that's in the game where like you can just search up the game and it's there. Like it could be a cooking game, a dressing game, a sports game, any type of game you could think of. Some Roblox creator has made it already, which is why like a lot of kids play it, a lot of high school, a lot of females, a lot of people play it because anything you search on is most likely on there. Like,
oh wow!
I know, like my little brother, he plays Roblox 24/7. I
hope he's hitting the books on top of that, right? He's staying with his grades up.
Yeah,
he got
he's straight A student. And I think he's in first grade now, kindergarten, one of them. But yeah, he stay on Roblox. I'll be trying to play. I'll be in practice. He be asking me to play Roblox with him.
Sending you message, DMing you.
Yeah, they be calling me trying to play. I'll be like, I'm in practice right now, but yeah, he stay on Roblox. But yeah, Roblox is also like, I feel a lot of creators that make the different games on Roblox, they have like different jobs. I feel like they can get like with like EA and like all these other different gaming companies that make video games. Like, cause at the end of the day, it's a lot to it. Like with them making it, I'm sure it takes hours. It takes graphic design. It takes all that. So that's a career alone right there with having to make it.
You're right.
That's pretty much it right there.
Yeah, so I would say, you kind of said it earlier, so how big of an advantage you say your age is? And because, like, 2, you already had something in your face, and you were always gaming at 2. Yeah. You already said that. So how is your age factor in? It's like having an advantage over people, I'll say, that are in college trying to compete against you, that are between the ages of, I'll say, 18 and 24, because that's the college age range, and you're coming in, you kind of like the dual esport player here. So how is that a big advantage for you?
It's a big advantage because I've been gaming my whole life, so I pretty much understand the gaming more than a lot of people do. I have better IQ than a lot of people. I pretty much understand the advantages and disadvantages. I study it. I don't know,
you're studying what? So let's take Fortnite since that's your game. So what's the things you're studying in Fortnite to give you that advantage over other players?
Such as like we call it VOD reviewing in gaming. I know a lot of people may not know it, but it's like
a VOD, video on demand. For everybody that don't know it, that's where you grab whatever. If you just streamed it, and even in the game for Fortnite. Fortnite, I think Valorant does it too. League of Legends definitely does it, where you could go and get the VOD, so the videotape of your game, and then watch it, play it back, basically.
Yeah, but with Fortnite, we typically, like when we have tournaments and stuff, we typically VOD review the teams that we gotta play like for the next week. So like, say we're in week 1, we win that, but we don't know the week 2 team. We'll just go look them up, see how they play. Yeah,
you can go to YouTube or you go to Twitch, find their Twitch channel.
A lot of them streams on Twitch. So we'll typically pull their footage and just like watch over and see who's the better player. We'll typically focus on taking out their better player, because we take out the best player, we can it'll leave us on. I'm not gonna say their worst player, but like their least skilled player out of all of them. So
you know who you're thinking like right now, right?
Who?
Bill Belichick. That's how he's
a good coach.
So between him and Tony Dungy, that's how they coach defenses. Because Tony Dungy told me that firsthand. He said we played him one time when he was the Colts head coach, and they had Peyton Manning, they had Reggie Wayne, they had Marvin Harrison, dad, not junior, the dad.
Yeah, the dad.
And we played them in Indianapolis, and I was having a good season. I was on my way to 1,000 yards, and we had a shootout with them. So I had Brett, they had Peyton, and I think between both of them, I think they threw probably 8 touchdowns in the game, but we lost by 3 points.
Yeah.
The key of the point was I only had 75 yards rushing. I usually average 100 yards per game and a touchdown.
Yeah.
So guess what happened that day?
They pretty much aiming for you.
Yep. So I had 75 yards and no touchdown. No touchdown. Because usually that touchdown will be that extra point, because a lot of teams were, sometimes passing when getting those pass-happy offenses. Yeah. Then the run, people forget about the run game, and we drain the clock and all that. So that's how you think, and I love it. So
yeah, that's really how we do when we do Fortnite. Like we pretty much we find the weakness in the team, and we pretty much pursue towards that weakness. So. But it's also not just with like our terms. Like say to better my skill, I'll just go in like creative mode, pretty much practice. I feel like, my aim could improve some. I'll just pretty much go 1v1 people to just try to get my aim better. I typically choose to because it's okay to lose, because you got to lose to win. So
I love it.
I feel like you need to play. You got to play people that's better than you, so you can get better. So that's how I got better at Madden in college football. I used to stay getting whipped by my stepdad, and he used to stay whooping me, but now he can't beat me. Honestly,
it is.
I put 60 on his head on
And I was doing the same with my dad. I would beat him in Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah,
And then
okay.
eventually Madden. So I was first generation Madden. So Madden officially came out in 1988 on the Sega Genesis. And so I was on it every night. You know, the rule was homework done, chores done. So clean your room, bed made, and all that. Put the dishes away. I would get all that as soon as I got in the house, and I'd be on Madden and Metroid and whatever the rest of the night. And my dad, just like kind of like you, giving it to him, you know.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what, I'm done. Like it was a couple times he lost. He's like, oh yeah, you know what you're doing. I don't need to play you no more.
Yep, that's really where it starts at. But school is also important. Like,
No, it is 100%.
honestly, I say it's pretty much you make your own schedule. You get through school, and then you find time.
But
to
yeah,
do
you're
your,
at the
like,
college level, so
Yeah.
you're up there one letting you know, okay, I wake up at this time, then what?
Yeah.
Then I gotta go to class at this time and lunch at this time, and then my late afternoon classes, I got boom, 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 boom. So yeah, you're on that.
But once I got that, once I realized my dream was gaming, that's when I like pretty much I was trying to not necessarily rush through school, but be able to like get it done faster. That's
Right.
why I feel like I wanted to get my college classes done while I'm in high school. That way I can finish college early and get into the more business side of the gaming community and like the content creation, the YouTube, the Twitch, all
Yeah.
that. But GPA is important. It's very important because a lot of collegiate different like leagues, you have to have a certain GPA requirement. So
Oh, 100%.
you definitely got to do your work. Definitely got to go to class. Definitely got to get all that done. But like in high school, I was valedictorian.
Awesome. You know what? I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
the
I
way
was
you're
about-
talking and the way you dropping things on me and what the chat is hearing from you. Oh man, I could tell. Yeah. So I'm not surprised at that.
Yeah.
Not surprised at that.
But-
You're right away. You said I'm graduating into what you said 2028.
Yep. 2028.
4 years, which is 4 years from now. You know, 3 years, a little bit under 3. So that is fantastic. You got a game plan. So
Yep.
so beyond gaming. What's some other activities you like to get into when you're not gaming? Because I know you're gonna every now and then have those days where you just might want to chill and do something different or something else, maybe. And if
Yeah.
you don't, you don't. But what if you do? What is that? What is that activity?
I typically like if I'm not gaming, if it's not sleep or doing my schoolwork, I'll probably go out with some friends, get something to eat. I like bowling. I like
There you
bowling.
go.
I started
Okay.
liking
Sleep,
bowling.
friends, bowling. Still social because
Yeah.
that was with gamers, that's a stigma, right?
Yep.
Oh, they don't talk to nobody. They want to just hang by themselves or stick on their PC and
Nope.
do
That's
their
not the
Overwatch or
case.
do or play their Madden. No, it's like no, it becomes a lot of gamers are I say opposite of what people think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta really get to know a gamer to understand a gamer. I feel like because it's all a
Yep.
community. Once like just because they may not have friends like that they grew up with, you can always branch out to like a
Yep.
different community. Like you can have a friend from your chat, or like some random person might come in, subscribe to your Twitch or something like that, and that'll make your day. You'll talk to them for a long time. Like it really be like that. It's little things like that in the gaming world that keep someone with you. Like your first subscriber may not hear from you, but they'll check in on you like 5 years from when you first started and
Yeah,
stuff like
that's true.
that.
Yep.
So
I've had some of my community from the Discord that jump in there. They officially named themselves the Greenies, but yes, I'll see one. There's one Victor Ritos. He came in my year one was 2016 for me in streaming, and then he just came in a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And now he's like telling me how I inspired him because he's like I still see you streaming, you know. And then he's doing stuff. He's over, and actually he's in Spain.
oh,
And
that's-
he's
yeah,
a
that's-
soccer fan, so he's a little bit of football fan, but he's over in Spain doing soccer, so it's just really good seeing that. I think he's around your age, actually, because I think he
Yeah.
just got into college, too. So to see that and me motivating him and vice versa, and to see, I say for you guys, like I said, if I was in, for sure, probably you already hear this, if I was in high school or college at this time, I'll be doing literally the same exact thing. I'll be probably into sport in terms of my traditional sport, football or basketball. I mean, baseball, that was my two major ones, but then also into, being very active on the gaming systems as yourself. So you got any, since I know you with my man, Mr. Christopher Turner down there, you got any good stories or fun stories you had or anything he's taught you that you like, I'm going to keep that locked in or as a coach down there in Southern?
Honestly, coach just tell me pretty much stop overthinking and just be involved and just do me. Like he keeps me motivated. Like I overthink a lot, so I'll be like, man, I don't think I can beat this person. Or I don't think I can do this. Or I don't.
Right.
But coach will keep motivated. He lets it be known that I'm one of the greatest at what I do. He lets it be known that
Nice.
I can beat
Motivation.
anybody.
Yep.
He keeps me motivated. He keeps me pushing through. he lets me know that he's right there by my side. No matter if I lose, I win, he's still gonna be there. So that's pretty much motivation he gives me. And then
he's a good dude. He's a family guy, so got kids himself, so he understands it.
Yep.
So a few more questions. I'll let you get out of here because I know you probably want to play some or even get something to eat, man. So what? Let me see. I had 2 questions. So let me see here where I want to go here. Here we go. What would be some tips or advice to somebody, to gamers, to future college players like yourself, to get on the path where you're at right now? What would be tips or some advice?
I have a few tips I can give out. Like, one would be, don't be scared. Like, even if you feel like you don't have the skill or you don't have any connections or stuff like that, you don't know people, just one simple email or text could change your life.
So basically not having a connection like to a university or something like that. Okay.
Yeah, because like I said, I sent a text to Coach Turner. I've never spoken to the man, never knew nothing about him, never nothing about Southern. But I sent one text out, and that changed my life pretty much with having me being with Southern and doing what I do. So it just don't be scared to reach out to people. Try to network, connections. That's very important.
That's part of the reason I'm here, networking. So basically, my mom and dad used to say, brother say closed mouths don't get fed.
Closed mouths don't get fed. Yep.
There you go.
That's a big one right there. But also put time and dedication to it. Like if you want to dream and be a gamer, you have to be dedicated and put the time. Like I'm still not where I want to be with the content creation and like the YouTube and Twitch yet because I just don't have the following and the viewers and all that yet, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop. Because like I said, I started YouTube in 2017. Mm-hmm. I stopped YouTube, but I started kind of streaming on Twitch lately. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I want to branch out and get more back into my content so I can actually develop and be a pro content creator and stuff like that.
Gotcha. So you got those aspirations.
Got to be dedicated. It's going to take time.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to lose a lot. You're going to win a lot. Just don't get demotivated. Trust me, it will happen. But you just gotta push through. Like, if that's something that you actually want to do, just do it. It's gonna work out in the end. It's gonna work out.
Gotcha. All right. So I got the obvious question for the week. Being in New Orleans right now, you got Super Bowl coming up. I don't know if I think I asked you at the start if you had a dog in the fight. Can't remember what you said, but you got Chiefs, you got Eagles. So who is your pick, and what will be the score?
Ooh. I hate to say it, like. I want the Eagles to win, but it's something about Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs that just make them unbeatable. I don't know. I hate to say it. Like, my auntie told me before I came, she liked Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. I'm like,
is she a good picker?
I think she is.
Oh, okay.
I honestly think she is. But if I had to pick a winner, not who I want to win, but if I had to pick a winner, I choose the Chiefs. I have them winning by 3. I have no exact score, but I have them winning by 3.
Yeah, me too. I picked them, and I got them a close game by 3 because I remember last matchup they won by 3.
I think it's gonna come down to the last minute for real. Like I feel like all Chiefs games come down to the last minute. So it's gonna be a good Super Bowl to watch. It's gonna be a good fun experience. Everybody that's flying out to New Orleans to come watch the Super Bowl, y'all just enjoy your time, have fun, just live life, just. Enjoy the experience.
Gotcha. So before I let you go, Kobe, let everybody know, because you're a streamer, let everybody know your Twitch or your Kick or your YouTube channel and social media where they can follow you.
Well, starting with Twitter, my Twitter is K1NGC0BY. I just replaced the I and the O with 1 and 0, but
gotcha.
Same with my Twitch. It's K1NGC0BY. That's on Twitch, and all my socials are pretty much all that. And
so got that continuity.
Yeah.
Yep, I did the same. Mine green everywhere.
Keep them all like that. And then that's pretty much it. I try to be on Twitch more, and I'll be on Twitter to catch the info with gaming and stuff like that. But that's where you can catch me. But if y'all really want to catch me and talk to me, chat with me, it'll be Twitch or Instagram. My Instagram will be 1kkobe._. You'll catch me on there. I always respond because a lot of gamers usually text me like, what games do you play, or like how can I do this? Like I usually give them tips and tricks and stuff like that.
Oh, you're already doing it. Nice.
Yeah, so but that's where y'all follow me on Twitch. That's where I'll be.
All right, Kobe. Appreciate you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Great talking to you.
Great talking to you.
All right, good luck for the season.
Thank
you.
I'll
talk to Mr. Coach Turner, but if I don't, tell him I said what's up.
I got you. I'll tell him right now.
All right, Kobe. Appreciate you. So like I said, we are here in the Sheraton Hotel in Rhythms 2 part of the Pro Football Retired Players Association room here, and we got steady crowd coming in. We got some Mario Kart. That'll be a tournament that will be happening later on once I'm done with the podcast. But right now, talking with the Players League, I talked about it once already. I'll continue to talk about it. Players League is going to be a league that it brings in, the professional athlete and interacting with the high school athlete. It's been done before. Now this is the second time it's done in it, and we're slowly grabbing all of the local high schools in NFL team cities. So right now it's Houston, it's Green Bay, and it's the Carolina area, and also New England. And we're looking to grow and expand, not just in football cities. We also looking to grow in WNBA cities, NBA cities, Major League Baseball cities, and other sports, to get this thing to really show the difference and what the impact of esports can do at the high school level and at the college level and the pro level, but then having the connections. Like, I'm a former pro athlete, and this is now my passion, where I'm trying to show other people my age or older than me that now this is a possibility for young people to get into. If it's becoming a professional gamer like Kobe talked about, or streamer, which is an influencer, or somebody that makes the games, or somebody that comments on the games, or be a show host like myself, or people behind the scenes that are talking in my ear, like the producer Blasky here. Those are opportunities. Those are paid jobs. Those are goals to accomplish. So my partner here, Stay Plugged In, is the world's leading esports recruitment platform. So they have helped students connect with colleges and careers through gaming. To date, Spin has facilitated over $40 million in scholarships for kids, so providing life-changing opportunities for students worldwide. So the Player League is going to be designed to engage, mentor, and prepare students for their future. So whether they're higher education or direct career pathways, because as you remember, we had Kobe here. He said, hey, you could be a pro right now at an esports game, at Rocket League, at Call of Duty, but you still got to not go back, but you still got to work towards your education there. So with the Players League, what we're looking to do, some of the key benefits of this league is worldwide career experience. So students will gain hands-on work experience in various different fields, like I mentioned, helping them identify career interests and build their skill sets. Once they get behind a desk that has a camera or has a computer or has a EQ, like you see right here on the board with me here, then it starts to set up the skills, get better, and align with their passions of what they want to do. Then we're also bringing in higher level mentorship. So myself and other professional athletes from the Houston Texans, from the Green Bay Packers, from the Carolina Panthers, from the New England Patriots, or I'll say former New England Patriots, but just the area, it doesn't matter, all the same. It will bring in a new era where students will need strong guidance. So that's from us, engagement with the players of the Players League that offers structure, mentorship, and from industry professionals, educators, and corporate partners. So just like Brian from Brightspeed that was here today, they'll be able to talk with the students, collaborate with the students, myself and other athletes from the teams that I mentioned, and also the educators, the coaches, the directors at the local high schools in the Carolina area are all partaking, and the Green Bay area, in the Houston area, are all observing this event. This event starts February 19th, where we'll start jumping on the Zoom calls and competing in the game of Madden. And even for the players, we could compete, have some fun competing against each other and showing how it's supposed to be done, on the Madden game, or just being a solid, a good player. If you win or lose, you lose the match, you say good games, and you just had a learning experience and you move on. You don't get into some of the trash talking that's unnecessary, because that right there is not needed. It's part of it can be a part of the space, but long as it's clean, long as it's fun, and long as just for everybody to know that it's just to have a good time. So yeah, Fortnite Dad in Chess says, can you drop his link for us? Oh, in the file. Oh shoot, I'll get it later, and I'll get it down here for you. Fortnite Dad just saw that in the comments there. So with that, I'm going to move on into the podcast show here. So where we're at next segment here. We got another quick hit news bite here. So we're talking with Brightspeed with Brian. That was great. So we're going to head over to the Call of Duty Black Ops headline that I found this week. A shout out to Akido. And let's bring it up on the screen there. We still have Black Ops 6, which I've been playing well. Actually, I'm on my way to second prestige, by the way. But Black Ops 6 coming in. We got Rick coming in with the Sly. Yeah, we could do. Oh yeah, we could do that. Oh, perfect. Yeah. All right, how you doing? That's our sponsors here. Put that here. Get the headsets on. Yep. All right, so we got a guest here. He's getting his headsets together. Get them all set up first. All right, you ready over there?
All good.
All right,
All
give me your name real quick.
Sean Nelson.
Sean Nelson.
Yep.
So, former player.
Former player.
All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna set the table for you here,
Okay.
Sean. So for you, give me your name, your team, and years and position of where you played.
So my name is Sean Nelson. I was drafted by Buffalo Bills. Did a stint there and did a short stint with the New York Jets following that. Go Bills, #1.
Yep.
And I'm from Gonzales, Louisiana. So I'm right about 40 minutes down the road.
Gotcha. What position?
Tight end. Sorry about that. Yep.
Tight end.
Yep.
Gotcha. So obviously here for Super Bowl.
Of course.
Gotcha.
Absolutely.
So something I asked all my guests on the show that we had. This is kind of, hey guys, for the chat and for people tuning in, this is kind of how Radio Row is. You start one thing, then boom, somebody comes in, you got somebody to talk to. So I got my man Sean to talk to here. Yeah. So somebody asked, always ask my guests on this show, it's a gamer lounge, so gaming. Hopefully you're into gaming. So what is your gaming origin story? So how were you? What was the game, and who was it that introduced video games to you?
Oh, man, that's a good question. I never thought about that. I got into gaming young when it was the Sega Genesis.
Ooh, that was one of mine, too.
Yeah. My older brother had the Nintendo.
Okay.
And he had the gun for the duck hunt, right?
Classic.
And I got into Sega Genesis, right? But you know how the controllers are, it was just ABC.
Yep.
And then I got into the joystick thing, right?
Yep.
Sega Genesis playing Sonic the Hedgehog. That was my first game, my best game. Yeah.
Classic.
So even now, bro.
That's a good one.
Even now, I took my son Taj to where his mom took him, but he made me into a big fan of Sonic the Hedgehog movies.
So
So I go see them all now. I didn't even know they were doing movies for that now, but I go see them all. Yeah,
there's on 3 now.
Yeah, I know. I didn't see the last one yet.
Okay, so you didn't see 2.
I saw
the latest one was 3.
So I haven't seen 3. I've seen 1 and 2.
So you 1 and 2,
right.
yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like waiting for Legend of Zelda to drop. I can't wait.
Classic, bro.
Oh, I can't
Classic.
wait.
I haven't played Zelda though since Nintendo.
Wow.
That's how long it's
Wow,
been for me.
because they already dropped Super Mario Brothers,
Right.
And they green lighted Super Mario Brothers 2, just like the video game.
Yeah.
And so same thing they did with Sonic 1,
Right.
Sonic 2, and then 3 now you could watch it on one of the apps. You know, either I think it's Prime or Peacock or one of them. It's out there on the apps now. So if you have an app, there you go.
Awesome.
So you're here in New Orleans. You know, you jump in this room. So when you walked up in here, what was your first impression to see something like this for the Pro Football Retired Players Association room?
It's amazing, man.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to see something like this, but I gotta thank God for just for me even being obedient to coming and getting out the house and come and be a part of something like this, because I was just telling your daughter and some of your team in production that, you know, I do a camp here every year called the Postman Academy. And in my hometown in Gonzales, nobody ever does anything for the youth.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So I was telling her, I was like, man, I wish there was something that I can add to my camp every year for kids to get them, you know, keep them off the streets, give them something
and more
to look
involved in
forward
something
to.
else.
Yes, because this gaming thing is changing the world by storm.
Yes,
and these kids
you're right
getting at
about
it
that.
at like 5, 6, 7 years old, becoming multi-millionaires, and they having fun doing it.
Yep.
That's what it's about. You know, you get into something that sparks an interest, right?
Yep.
You have fun doing it. It keeps you out of trouble, as long as you keep your grades up, and it's a way to
Boom.
take care of your family. You know what I mean? So
100%.
why not?
Why not?
So I think it's awesome what you're doing.
Oh, thank you. And that's basically what you just said is all encompassing me and why this is here right now.
Right,
You know,
right,
I had
right.
goals for myself, you know, just like an athlete.
Yep.
But the same thing when I retired, I got into, I say about 2 years after I retired, I got into high school coaching, so traditional sports, football, a little bit. I coached track, a little bit of baseball,
Yeah.
and powerlifting, and obviously showing the kids how to lift weights and train,
Yeah.
you know, nutrition and all that. But then later on, around 2016, I found out about Twitch.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty sure you're aware
Right.
of Twitch.
I just found out about Twitch 2 years ago.
Right. And so Twitch started in 2012, 2011.
Something like, yeah.
And I'm like, how did I miss this? Because I was gaming God of War. I was on Madden. I was on Call of Duty. And I'm like, how did I miss it? But
Yeah.
somehow I did. But I was like, I'm glad I know it now.
Right.
So as soon as I found out about Twitch, it was because I was out in San Francisco, and it was Super Bowl 50. So 10 years ago.
10 years ago, yeah.
Carolina and Denver.
That's right.
Right. Cam Newton,
Yep.
Peyton Manning's last Super Bowl.
Yep.
I was at that, and that's where I have the opportunity to go to that's where the Twitch headquarters is at in downtown San Francisco.
Didn't know that.
So a friend of mine worked there at the time, and so he said, "Mom, when you land, you and your wife I'll give you a tour of the studio and the offices." And so once I did that tour, I was like, "I'm locked in."
That's amazing, man.
And like, look, I was already coaching, so I'm doing one thing and learning that I love to do. You know,
Right.
because my dad coached football as well. He's actually from here, from Louisiana.
Really?
He went to St. Augustine's High School. He was
Okay,
one
yeah,
of the
right down the street.
first graduating class of that
Really?
university. So
Wow.
yep. So he was
That's
off.
amazing.
He was 6'5", 315 tackle. So he was like your size.
Yeah, you're like my size right now, man. When I was
Right.
playing, I was about 50 pounds lighter.
Right. So yeah, it was no messing around.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
When I got
Yeah.
I got my stuff
Yeah.
done. When he said homework get done,
Yeah.
homework got done. Put the dishes got put away.
Nice.
You know,
Ain't play
but
no games,
but
huh?
he also started that love for this. So
Mhm.
he was the guy. He was IT
Okay.
for Northrop Aviation in Southern California. So that's an airport. It's like a Boeing.
Yeah.
So they're just
Gotcha.
another company just in Southern California.
Okay.
And he would bring home stuff. He would bring
Mhm.
home a PC to fix it, take it back. So he brought home that Apple II
Wow.
and fixed it, showed me how to play a couple games, and showed me how to start the game. It was Oregon Trail and Carmen San Diego.
Yeah,
We're in the
yeah.
world, Carmen San Diego. So I learned how to play the.
So you've been doing this pretty much all your life.
Yeah,
Well, you've been in the game and all.
Yeah,
all
so
your
I'll say
life,
5.
man.
I was 5 when I got that. When I'm up there, okay, boom, hit the computer, turn it on. 5 years
Wow.
old.
See, and going back to your question when you asked, what did I think about it when I first came in?
Right.
Well, hearing about you when I talked to Mr. Eli at the front,
Yep.
I was like, man, this is something he got into. Mr. Green got into after he retired from playing ball.
Yep.
But then I sit here and talk to you, and I listen to what you say. You've been in the game in your whole life.
Right. So I was doing so. It was 5 years old, computer, and then ColecoVision, and then flag football.
Wow.
For me to keep all this going was the fact, keep grades up.
Yeah.
Get my chores done.
Yep.
Stay out of trouble.
Easy.
And once I I was like, by age 8, I'm like, that's easy.
Yeah.
You know.
I got a question for you though.
What's up?
And this is kind of what I'm seeing with the athletes in my hometown that I
Yeah.
kind of advise or mentor or just be around
Yeah.
their parents.
Yeah.
Because the number one thing is when it comes to parents, especially mothers in
Yes.
single parent homes,
Correct. Yep.
they think they know everything.
Right.
Or they think you don't know nothing until you think you know everything, whatever. But let's say we got a situation like that where a parent has a student athlete, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say they're talented, right? They can make it to the next level.
Got
You and
whatever
I both-
sport.
right, whatever sport, they can
Right.
make it to the next level, right? But the athletes' perception of life is all fun and games and chasing girls and stuff like that, right?
Okay, I
And
know where you're going. This,
you-
but
you know,
finish. Yep. I got it.
And so, like, I come here and sit down and talk with you, and I'm like, man, boom, and like it just went off. Perhaps we had something like this, right? Let's say like the NFL, NFLPA partnered in, right, with your company, right?
Correct.
And just took it and bought it all across the country in different major, let's say major cities
Correct.
in every
Right.
or wherever there's a major football team, right?
Yep.
And introduce this to that community to help kids education,
Yep.
right? Stay out of trouble,
Yep.
right? And provide a little structure or something like that. Goes
Yep.
back to education, keeping your grades up, right? Staying out of trouble. And then you have structure at home, clean it up, making sure you're doing.
Exactly.
It's a no-brainer. That's why I love what you're doing, man. I sit here and listen to you talk, and it's like, man,
That's
easy peasy, man.
it
Like,
is.
And I think it's something that's very vital and important that should be introduced into communities, especially like ours.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. And so that's what we're doing. So
Yeah.
we are launching on February 19th. It's
Mhm.
called the Players League.
Okay.
So we're going to I reached out to the places I played. So Houston, I was there for 2 years. I was in Green Bay for 8. So I
Okay.
already reached out to them where I got a couple players. And I had a kid that I mentored before he got to college, and he went to Buffalo. He ended up at Minnesota, KJ Osborne.
Yeah.
So I asked AJ Dillon from the Packers and myself, and then we got players from Carolina Panthers, and we have and then KJ, he was at New England, but he's a Commander now, but he will still zoom in with the New England high schools to talk about what you're just talking about. So the high schools in these cities, NFL cities, prominent cities like you just mentioned, are going to get mentored about once a month with this program called the Players League. So when they have their game day or practice days, they'll jump on the Zoom with the player, and the player will take them through what teamwork is, what accountability is, what integrity is, and give them an experience. Or when I was in the 12th grade, we had this game, we had to play the best team or whatever. Give them a story so they could understand what the world they're in, even though it's Madden. It's a virtual space, but as a team, how are you going to get through that together? Yeah, absolutely. So that's where the mentorship comes in, and what you're talking about. So we're starting this. So with Spin and my foundation, the Ahman Green Foundation, I found out through a friend what Spin was all about, and I kind of knew because I was always already a collegiate coach. So I knew they were about recruiting, helping high school students in esports get college scholarships, but then also when I found about this program where they're not only doing that, they want to spread this, like you just said, everywhere. So Rick Suarez, Abe Gottsman, the managing directors, their idea was this. And so eventually the big picture is having all 32 teams. We just need 2 players. Or maybe 1 from every NFL team. So 32 players or 64 players. Sit on a Zoom or even in person if they have time to go to the high school when they have practice at esports practice. Show up, talk to them, and coach them up for an hour, 45, not long. Because that mentorship doesn't take long.
You're right.
Big. I don't know about you, but I know when I was in Green Bay and in Seattle, I was I would jump in the Big Brothers Big Sisters. Campaign in the off season when I had nothing. I didn't have football on the mind. So I was like, you know what? Let me go mentor. And so that is this basically, and then we want to branch that off into other things. So we want to start with football, all 32 cities, but then Major League Baseball, Major League Basketball, WNBA, and Women's Soccer League too. That's around. I don't know if you heard about the National Women's Soccer League, but it's been around for about 2 or 3 years, and we have connections there to them. So this is the pilot, I say, testing ground for all that to get that to really go out.
I'll tell you what, man. When I walked in and saw all this, man, it definitely stood out to me, and I really believe you have something going on that's going to be prosperous, not only just for you, but for everybody that you work with, the team production, the youth, anybody that's buying into the Green Foundation and the Players League and Bright Speed, what they're doing to support you with this thing, man. Another thing I'd like to add to you is, just kind of circling back around that thing we were talking about, with having it in the major cities, like that. And maybe this already, but just brother to brother, just making sure that we are okay. When you take the approach to do something like that, they are grants.
I know.
We all that. Want to make sure
we got that between Rick's team and Abe. That's like in our back pocket.
Especially here, man, because it's a dire need for it. That's why I'm on it so hard, because it's a dire need for it.
We're on it.
And the city wants it. The city wants it. I was telling your daughter, she telling me she trains. Women and stuff like that. I was like,
in
man,
the Dallas
it's a dire
area.
need. I say it's a dire need for that back at home, man. It makes you some money and helps some women out, man. The need is here in the state of Louisiana.
Correct.
Sure.
I definitely know. So, down south in general, right? Mississippi is struggling. And stuff like places like that. But it's all about aspiring, no matter where you're going. You know, this is obviously the highway of esports and video games and what that industry is, but. Aspiration is aspiration, or inspiration is inspiration.
Absolutely.
No matter, and you could, like for my daughter, I'm inspiring her by what I'm doing in her path and what she's going. She's going to use her road of being,
absolutely
working out, nutrition,
that generational wealth, man. That's right.
All that, and spreading that to her. So, got some more fun questions for you though before you get up here. So we already you kind of hit it already where. Between like mentorship and success and how you get to that. So what would be some of your tips or advice for young athletes, or even somebody, not even an athlete, but somebody that's inspired to do something for themselves? It's go to college, graduate college, or start a business. What are some I say tips and advice to kind of get focused so you can accomplish those goals?
I'm a firm believer in structure. I heard you mention something that stood out to me about one of the things when you were describing your father, you know, about doing his chores and stuff like that, and taking care of things at home. I believe everything starts at home.
Yep. Sure.
What I do tell kids all the time is, hey, make sure you get your education.
Yes.
Number
All
one,
day.
get those grades. Make sure you make the grades, and let's not fake it here. Everybody wants to go to college and everybody wants to play in the NFL.
Or
Well, you
NBA.
can't. Yeah, or
whatever.
NBA. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, other sport.
Football,
Yeah,
mind him.
yeah,
But
no, I get you.
Everybody wants to go play pro ball somewhere, or pro sport, right? But you can't. A school can come and offer you a scholarship, but that don't mean you're gonna go if you don't have the grades.
Correct.
And I say, do you know why NFL coaches always ask how we as athletes, how we are in the classroom? They're like, no, why? Because they want to know if you're gonna go in there and watch film on your own time.
Yep. Or finish what you started.
Finish
another one.
what you started too. That's the number one thing too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm glad you said
If they
that.
started college, did they go all the way through?
Or they
First
looking for the cheap
freshman,
way out?
sophomore,
Right.
sophomore,
Right.
junior, senior
Exactly.
year. Are they working towards their master?
Yes.
Oh, that says a lot. I
Right,
get it. Yeah.
right. So yeah, for me, it's always the education thing, and the second thing I always tell them is to honor their parents.
100%.
And I say, man, it's very important that the youth make it, because you guys are the future of our nation. We've already been there. We've already lived our life. It's now time to start pouring back in. And I say, some kids, and I'm pretty sure you've ran across it, where they say, man, I want to be just like you when I grow up. Nah, man, be better than me.
Yes, that's what I'm telling my kids. Oh, yeah.
Let me
know
be
exactly
the
what
example
you're
of
talking
what not to do and take what I've done and make it better. That's marketing 101. So for
100%.
me, it's education, honoring your parents and your character. And the reason why I say that is because when I was at Southern Miss, matter of fact, shout out to Todd Pinkston.
I
he's
know
assistant
Todd.
coach.
Yeah,
Todd
I
went to
haven't
Southern
seen him in
Miss.
a while, man.
Yeah.
I know Todd.
Todd, when Todd retired from Philadelphia, he came
We
back
played
to
against
Southern
each other.
Miss.
Okay.
Yeah. He came back to Southern Miss, and he started working in the education department.
Okay.
In study hall, but we would go to study hall at night.
Yeah, for the football team or
And
athletes.
so,
right?
yeah, athletes. That's right. So when I would go to study hall, I didn't always have homework to do.
But it's something to do.
It is. Hey, listen, that's their motto. It's always
It's
something to do, right?
Yep.
Well, I'm telling myself a little bit. My something to do was take that chair, put it up on the side of Todd Pinkston, and soak this game up my senior year, because I knew I was going to
Yeah,
have some
opportunity.
type of NFL.
Correct. You gonna have
presence. I was
opportunity.
going to have. It was at that point where it was just understood.
Correct.
So I wanted to get all the knowledge I can get
Yep.
from somebody who had been there, and it was Todd. And the other person was Chris Mangum. He had came and coached me, and he was a tight end at Carolina.
Okay.
So
Yep.
he was teaching me how to
Oh,
block
yeah,
and stuff.
I remember Chris.
Yeah. So I was blessed. And,
Yep.
and God did some things for me to put me in position to be drafted. So I thank God for those two guys, Todd Pinkston and Chris Mangum.
Yep.
But with Todd, man, Todd was special to me because he would give me examples of situations that happen on the next level on what to do and what not to do, But in study hall, on the wall, we had this saying. It said, your talent is what got you here, but your character determines how long you stay.
100%.
And Mr. Green, I never forget that, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I never forget that. It
Yep.
sticks with me to this day, and I tell kids all the time, man, hey, look, your talent can get you in a lot of places, but your character is going to determine how long you stay. And I said, hard work beat talent when talent don't work hard. So just because you're talented
That's
don't
the
mean you
old
don't
school
have to
way.
work hard. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So those are
Exactly.
3 things I would always tell kids, or I would tell kids for advice or some type of mentorship, as
Right.
far as like, not even just in sports, just in life.
Gotcha. Yeah,
so-
that's great advice. And from the chat, average historian says Southern Miss with exclamation points. Yeah, yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
yeah. Yep.
Yes, indeed. So, real quick before I let you go, let everybody know where they could find you, the information about your camp
Yes.
that you do back home, socials, if you do your own podcast, and if you're also interested. So, Alumni Media,
Yes.
we do set up guys to get them in to doing their own shows.
I think somebody mentioned that to
Yeah,
me. Yes.
so I work with Gus Farad. You probably remember him.
Gus,
He was an old quarterback. Played for, at the time when they were the Redskins, but Commanders. He was a quarterback for them and Minnesota
Okay.
Vikings. That's one of the co-founders with me, with
Okay.
Alumni Media Network.
Okay.
So if you want to get on there, we could get I could get you my
Yeah.
daughter. You could get with my daughter.
Yeah.
And get my information, and we could connect. And if you want to start a podcast or get information out about your football camp, that's somewhere you could definitely have a place, have your own platform like this.
Yeah. I think maybe it was her that mentioned it to me when I was standing over there. But my answer to that would be yes. I actually definitely want to get into podcasting. I just don't know nothing about it really.
I'm your guy.
Yeah.
I'm one of your guys.
And one of the questions I was going to ask you is, what is it that I can do to help you too, and help you what you got going on as well? And I'm pretty sure we could talk about that.
Oh, we could definitely. Well, we gonna. It said get your number to my daughter.
Yeah.
And we can start that road right now because
absolutely.
It was the same thing how it started with me and Rich and Abe with Spin. And this being here, and now Brian from Brightspeed, who I just met, who's the sponsor of this event, having this room here. It was basically a friend of mine named Greg Zion, who was a former player as well.
Yeah.
He played at West Virginia.
Okay.
He didn't get an opportunity to play in the NFL because he went military.
Yeah.
But then, him and his wife were both military and raising their kids, and then he was also a gamer.
Okay.
But then he went more into the he did charity first. He had a little thing called Pros versus Joes where he get families together to go to their favorite organization and play with their favorite athlete.
Okay.
So he connected with NFL teams, NBA teams, Major League Baseball teams.
Okay.
So that's that's one person that connected me to then Abe, and then Rich, and then now Brian and Brightspeed, and now I'm coming to Carolina a couple times a year to work with them in person. But so it's just all connections. And so
absolutely.
You leave your information here with my daughter, then we can talk about the camp and see if dates line up and go from there.
Man, the camp has been amazing, man.
So tell everybody about the camp, how long you've been doing it, and kind of the initiatives of the camp.
So first off, social media is on there. I was telling your daughter, I was like, because she asked about social medias to put into the system. I was like, well, listen, first off, do you watch Power? She said, yes. I say, well, that's my name on Instagram. My personal one is Jamie St. Patrick. I just love the character, right? But so it's Jamie _St. Patrick _ is my personal. And then for my foundation, it's Sean Nelson Foundation.
Right.
But for us camp, though, it's called the Postman Academy. And it's powered through my foundation, Sean Nelson Foundation. The struggle I've been having for the last 4 years, but this will be my 4th year doing it, is getting sponsors and getting stuff paid for. Man, stuff just costs so much. And I don't believe in charging kids, so I do the camp for free.
Yeah, and that's what I used to do.
And so I just last year, fight is not the word I should use, but I guess I should say, I was going to City Hall meetings trying to
grinding.
Trying to get something available, not just for me, but for everybody that's in my city. So to make a long story short, and not to take up too much more time, is I fought for a partnership grant in my hometown for the city to have, so that not just myself, but anybody in the city of Gonzales that has a 501c3, right? There's a grant that they're able to obtain from the city for up to $5,000 to help them with their organization or event or whatever it is that they're doing, right? So I'm blessed to get that little help from them, but it takes so much more, it takes a lot. So, but again, I'm thankful to be able to be a person that these guys and these kids look up to. Not even just kids, adults too.
Other adults,
man.
correct? Yeah.
I'm even helping some of my friends bring businesses into my city in Gonzales. He has a wing spot. His name is Vic. He's opened up a wing spot now. Called Power Wings. They're the best wings in the world. Y'all gotta get some. But
nice.
But that's just where I'm at, with the foundation and the football camp. We've reached over 14 million viewers across the country. First year I had 10 kids get offered 25 scholarships. It's now at over 100. I got one kid at home, Bryson Martinez. He's got over 26 offers right now. He's just a junior.
Football player?
Football player.
Gotcha.
He's just a junior.
Awesome.
We've been featured on ESPN, Sports Center. And right now we have a documentary called Blue Chippers that's on Amazon Prime and Apple
Blue Chippers,
TV.
y'all.
Yeah.
Blue Chippers, Amazon
follow
TV.
the Dark brothers, Derek Dark. He's the one who promoted, in production for everything and put everything together. He'll be here later, so I might swing back through and bring him through to you.
There you go.
And we can chop it up with him a little bit. But he's been a blessing in my life, and he goes around the state covering different football camps and stuff like that too. So it's all working, but
it is.
Just trying to do something to keep it going, get the sponsors in.
Got you. So I got another nugget to drop on you. So with the Players League, so we're doing that with high school kids around some of the country of the NFL cities.
Okay.
Something that I'm launching for us, but it also can benefit. So
All right.
For players, so if you play a little bit of video game.
Yeah, of course.
So we got our players, so Alumni Media Esports League.
Okay.
And so this is for guys like us, women as well, because all sports, former athletes, and if they want a game, that's why we got Mario Kart over there. We're going to do a little tournament here probably in a little bit, see if anybody wants to jump in. But our season is going to start for that league in March.
Okay.
And so when you compete, we're going to be competing in games like Madden, 2K, FIFA. Okay. And I'm the commissioner, so I'll be our FC. I'll be the one picking out the games. But we'll have online competition starting in March.
Okay.
And then some fan versus players competitions. But for the winnings can obviously go directly to you or to your foundation. We're gonna get this league sponsored. We're gonna be able to get prize monies where you can win them. Okay. So if you're really good at Mario Kart or maybe Madden or NBA 2K,
make sure you get that college football in there too.
College football in there too, right? So so we got if you're a former player, you got the last email from the pro football player. So if you look on there and you'll find this little link for this area that said the Sheraton Rhythms 2 room. That link is the registration form
for that
for the league.
All right, got you.
So it'll ask you your email, your first, last name, your gamer tag, what systems you play for on Xbox, PlayStation, or PC. Okay. And we'll have that season start in March, early March. And so you go 3 online championship or online tournaments. Yeah. And then right now we're in talks with a nice little place in Las Vegas.
I hear that.
I'm not going to say the name until we're done negotiating, but we're about halfway there.
Respectfully so.
But the in-person championships for the Alumni Media Esports League will be in Las Vegas in November.
Nice.
So for whatever, if you win and you qualify, you win your games, you keep pushing on, and you can make it out to Las Vegas.
Las Vegas,
and win more money for your foundation.
What a treat,
or for yourself. So just
let
sign up for it. You're a former
absolutely.
player, and that it's not just for football. Baseball athletes that played in Major League Baseball. A couple NBA players. Any soccer players that played overseas or even here in America in the MLS or anything like that. Let them know they could sign up and join in.
That'll be awesome, man. I'm glad I came here and met you, man.
And I appreciate
an honor,
you,
man, to meet you, man.
Hey, thank you.
And again, man, whatever I can do to help with whatever you got going on in the future, because I was just telling your daughter, I said, man, she asked me, was I going to the game? I said, this is the game for me.
Yeah,
the
me
networking and building relationships.
Connections, yes.
Man, that's that game for me. I'm not into the sitting there watching people scream all day. Whatever's going to happen.
We can go home and watch the game and get all the stats and everything.
Absolutely. But yeah, man, it was an honor, man, and thank
Kevin
you for having
again, right?
Sean.
I'm sorry.
Sean. Now y'all good.
Sean. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you for jumping on my Gamers Lounge podcast, and maybe maybe in another couple months you could be on your show.
Well, I will be.
I will be one of your guests.
That's right. I will be. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, talk to you later. Thanks, Blasky. All right, man. We got Sean jumping off. I'm good. How you doing? Great show so far here in Rhythms 2 room here in Sheraton Hotel in New Orleans. And like I said, it's been a great week so far, and there's obviously great interviews here today. So we got the Players League going on, like I mentioned, and we have the Alumni Alumni Media Esports League for guys like me, for ladies like me, that I'm a former athlete, and now I play video games and have fun at it and trash talk my friend. Oh, we got my guy. Oh, just see, I love how we could do this. This is our own radio row. So we about to bring it. He's about to blow my energy out the window. Just letting y'all know this. My guy, come on, sit down, get it on in here. Yeah. You
already know what it is.
Yes, indeed.
My brother, what's going on?
Yep. Let's get the headset on, man. So we got my man. 20 grand. Let's get it fixed in before I hit you the mute for you. Get the microphone close to your mouth there. Yep. There we go. All right, Blasky, let me know. Let Hip Hop know if he sounds good or not. So check.
Yeah, let me know. 1, 2. Oh, that sounds incredible, son.
Yep, it's good to go, man. What's going on?
So
man?
Everything, bro. You kidding me, son? So let me tell you right now.
So real quick, let me get the introduction.
Oh yeah. Let's go.
All right, this is my man. So he's already been on the Gamers Lounge. So Gamers Lounge been on Twitch since 2016. Started doing the Gamers Lounge, or Ahman Green TV, but the Gamers Lounge been on since 2020. And I'll say in the last 2 years, about 2 years ago, my man came on. hip hop gamer, full of energy.
Yeah.
And I remember when you came on dropping hot bars.
Oh, facts.
You had a rap for me.
Oh, facts. Bars is always on deck.
Oh, but so he's just not hip hop gamer as a name.
Yeah.
So once he came on my show, reason why he was on my show, because he was just like me. I'm in the video games, but he was on a different platform called 93 Point.
No, Hot 97.
Hot 97,
Yeah, Hot 97.
out in New York City, which I knew. I'm like, man, this dude was on Hot 97.
Yep.
Oh, man, I got to catch up. He's already being heard around the country, and especially out in New York City. You got 4 or 5 million people already tuning in, and he's talking about what I'm talking about.
Facts.
Video games. Breaking down Sonic, breaking down Madden, breaking down Undisputed just recently. Those are the games that he's been on and launching and I say helping promote as well.
Absolutely, big time.
But showing up at GDC, showing up at CES.
Yeah.
You if you don't understand what that means to see a guy, calling himself the tag name hip hop gamer along with me, it inspired me to almost come up with a nickname of what I could be. I don't know. I haven't
Just
thought
don't
of nothing
tackle
yet.
me. That's all I'm saying. Just don't tackle me.
I won't.
He big. You know what I'm saying?
On Madden. That's it. On Madden and dunk on you. Try to dunk on you on
2K.
QK. That's it. So hip hop. It's been, like I said, been a year or two since you've been on the show, but always been following. I know vice versa as well. So let's get everybody caught up on what you've been doing the last several years and really months.
Yeah.
Last several months, man, you kicked into high gear.
Thank you, man.
On some lot of good stuff, because now you're doing something on Saturdays now.
Yeah, Saturdays 8 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Because I call that's progress.
Yeah. Big
You already
time.
did. You was doing like stuff, but now you're doing that. So tell everybody what you're doing now on Saturdays, and basically everything about you.
Thank you, man.
What makes you the hip hop gamer and just the guy and the person you are in our industry. That we are some of the people that are the change agents.
Yeah. Ooh, I like
the
that.
change
I like
agents
that. Yeah.
in this industry that is changing all types of stigmas about what gaming is to people.
Absolutely. So I'm going to set it off like this. Make sure y'all get the camera on me real quick, because you see his glasses,
he knows
right?
He's present right
yeah,
there.
you see his glasses, right? You see how smooth he is, right?
Yep.
Let me show you something. Pay attention. Pay attention. You see my eyes now, right? Pay attention. Pay attention. You see that. You see that red, right?
Yeah.
Pay attention. You see that, right? Yeah. This is what we do. I had to set it off with the Chamellos, you know what I'm saying? I need to make sure y'all see me right, you know what I mean? So now I'm going to take the glasses off so y'all can see the hazelness, you know what I mean? This is what we do.
Yep.
First off, my brother Ahman, I watch his content as well. And what's so dope is how he's another person that's breaking the barrier so people can understand how powerful and impactful gaming is. So the way it all started for me, bro, my grandmother, rest in peace, she's the one who taught me how to play video games when I was 4 years old. So I've been playing video games all my life, and obviously now it's my career. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing. Now, fast forward, everything that we got going on today, so I'm gonna work backwards a little bit. So I've been digitally, with Hot 97 literally since like 2012, but this is the first time ever like history is made. So not only am I an official on-air talent
now on Saturday mornings.
Saturday mornings, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern time. Not only that, but I'm the first gamer ever officially to have his own on-air slot. I'm with SAG-AFTRA now, all this other stuff in the history of radio, bringing gaming to radio on this level. So that right there was just a major achievement. And so far, the show has been blowing up on another level. Why? Because not only do I got the ill interviews, so the first show, I had Idris Elba on.
I saw
which
that.
is crazy. I had Master P.
He's the voice from Knuckles. Or
yeah,
not
Knuckles. Knuckles, but also in
Knuckles.
Cyberpunk. Yeah, but he's also in Cyberpunk as well.
Liberty.
Phantom Liberty.
Phantom Liberty. That's
Yep.
what it was.
So I had Idris Elba on. Then I had Master P on, and he was dropping a lot of jewels and stuff like that.
Him and his son are in the gaming space.
There you go.
Yep,
so we was talking about that.
Yep.
Then I had the cast of Harlem, which featured Megan Good as well. Megan Good loves Street Fighter and loves Tekken.
Really?
I was blown away. She said she wants to be a character in Tekken, bro.
Oh, my God. Well, and people don't remember Megan Good. Like, they know her as probably as a grown woman, but Megan Good was one of the kids out of Big Worm's.
Yes.
Right outside Big Worm's ice cream truck on Friday. One of the little kids was like, I don't like Big Worm.
I don't like him.
I don't like him.
Yo, that's crazy.
Go watch Friday.
Yes.
With Ice Cube, with Chris Tucker, and you'll see Megan Good. She had her hat to the back.
Yep.
and we had attitude because that was her role. She
Yep,
didn't get her ice
legendary.
cream from Big Worm, just to let y'all know.
Crazy
Okay.
classic. So talking
she
to
wants
her,
a character on
she wants,
Tekken.
she wants to be a character on Tekken.
Oh,
We was talking
man.
about it and everything like that. So I'm working, bro. So then,
Yes.
but on top of that, my show also features rap battles. But the rap battles is one, there's no profanity because I don't play that.
100%.
But
I don't do this on that show.
You already know what it is, bro. We keep it clean and profitable.
Yes, it
Let's
is.
get it.
Let's
and then
go.
and then the second thing is you choose any character that you want. So the next battle that's coming up tomorrow, so we're in New Orleans right now, so it'll be 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. because we're an hour
you're
back.
doing the show from here somewhere.
Yeah. So
Okay.
what it is what's crazy is I got Harley Quinn versus Joker. But what it is Joker is played by my boy Warren Went. So he's gonna be battling my homegirl Myverse, who plays as Harley Quinn. So how ill is it that we have rap battles influenced by video game characters by real artists? It is insane. So
That's awesome. I love it.
That's what's going on right now. And then other things I can tell you is my partnership with Denzel Washington and his school, Denzel Washington School of the Arts. So, Ahman.
That's amazing. I remember when I found out about that. This I think it was like in the summer. Or something. And I'm just like, I love it. I mean, continue to keep trekking along. You always said that, and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, letting people know. Yeah. And like you said, knocking down barriers. So continue.
Yeah. So now, what's so ill about that is, I got a chance to meet up and do a big interview with Denzel Washington. Now, what's so crazy is he didn't even know about the gaming industry and what it's doing and what it could do. He didn't know, bro. And I was like, your peers, with the Tom Cruises, the Jim Carreys, they doing it. And he was just so blown away by it. So now I got kids getting paid $100 an hour to be able to go to school, play games, and do reports on the games, and also give them just new opportunities.
So love it.
Bro, it's crazy. And he loved it, and there's more to come even with that. So that's another thing that I'm doing with the school situation. So that's amazing. And then another thing that's really crazy is before I came here to see you, before I came here to talk to you, guess who I was just talking to? I'm gonna tell you right now. It's a superhero that got a movie coming out, I think, in about a week or two.
Oh. You're talking to my guy, Anthony Mackie.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bro, I just finished speaking to Anthony Mackie.
I met him a couple of years ago.
Yeah. So Captain America, just finished speaking to him.
Falcon.
And Danny Ramirez, Falcon, I was just talking to him. So they're extremely excited about, the gaming industry as well and stuff like that. So it's just amazing how huge it is. And now things are starting to change where the parents aren't like, put the game down, you ain't gonna be nothing. They like, well, pick the controllers up. What can we do? And how do you feel about that?
Oh, I love it because I was just about to say, I started doing that in 2018. I had a training facility when I was still living in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and I was sitting there talking to a mom, was like explaining to me how she want her kids to get into football and become the next. I think she was talking about J.J. Watt. She watched him a lot, and her kids were. She wanted in that following that same path. And then another parent came in. I started training their kid, and she was a little up. Oh, I want to get him off the video games. And I said, you might want. I was like, what game you on? And she said Fortnite. I said, and this is around Booga. It was so
when Kyle Booga won the money.
And I said, well, if it's Fortnite, I know a guy. I don't know him, but I know a guy. How's your son? He said, oh, he's 14. Well, I know this 16-year-old that just won $3 million out in Los Angeles, California in Fortnite championships.
Wow.
And she kind of looked at me. I'm like, I say, I know that probably you didn't want to hear that. Just saying, no.
No, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Because I love the expression that comes on their face as well. So now one of the cool things, just to add to what you're saying, I actually got the parents involved with the Playmakers program that I do at the schools.
Right.
So what it is I'm working on something right now, literally this year, that I'm planning where the parents is going to have to battle as well. Ooh. But the thing is, whoever wins, they get their rent paid for the year.
Awesomeness. Hey, that's motivation.
Game changer. Yeah, game changer.
That's game changer.
Yep. And then I work with Chase Bank. So what we're doing is we setting it up to where we have different wealth builders that get with the parents and the children to talk about how money can actually work for you.
So financial literacy.
There you go. And it's directly from the actual bank and the wealth builders that help you build it. Yeah. So I just wanted to take things to the next level. One thing about me, bro, I don't complain. I create. It's very easy.
I'm in that neighborhood too.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's very easy to go online and complain about what's not going on or what should happen. But what I've noticed is the most people that complain, I look at what you're doing. And if I don't see you doing as much as you're complaining, then there's a problem. So I'm the kind of person where I don't complain at all.
Wasting time sometimes.
It's definitely a waste of time. So what I do is I look at what's try to provide an answer and a solution to something, and then execute it. So we didn't waste time complaining. We spent all our time doing. And now we here. Now we doing what we doing. So I love it. I think that's amazing. And then on top of something else, I want to share with you because you're an athlete. So I'm gonna take my jacket off real quick.
Okay.
Because I gotta explain something to y'all. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Because like, I'm trying, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? You see me? I'm trying. We working right now.
Yep.
And on your show, bro. I gotta do the honors and spin the chain. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do this right. Now, one of the major things, and I need your advice too. One of the major things that I'm looking to do now is bring gaming and fitness together, unlike it's ever been seen before.
Got it.
So I'm actually having conversations, nothing confirmed yet, but I'm having conversations with like some of the people over at Men's Health Magazine and stuff like that to kind of like gamify the health and fitness business. So you as an athlete, like, what's your thoughts, and also laying on the importance of what you eat, how you live, you know what I'm saying, all these other things, because we inspire, like you inspire me, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I feel
this come from you too.
Right.
So it's like,
appreciate
talk to me, man. What's up?
So that's priority number one is my health. When I was playing, and even now, since I'm not running around taking trying to stuff linebackers in the A gap or run them over for a touchdown, I'm still a person who's very active. So I work out. My workout regimen is 5 days a week.
Oh, wow.
You gonna win. And then on Saturdays and Sundays, sometimes it depends on how I feel. I might take the weekend off, or I might throw in. I got a fight camp, so I get to hit on the punching bag. My wife bought me that about 3-4 years ago.
Wow.
So between my weights, I do dumbbells, not super heavy. I just lightweight, and I ump my reps. So I'm doing 3 sets of 15 to 20 reps.
Wow.
With 35, 40 pound dumbbells. And then for my eating habits too, which is nutrition is probably the number one thing I'll say that. That's why if you want to look good and then also feel good, it's the nutrition. The working out is just a quarter of it. The other quarter of it is what goes down your lips into your throat and everything. So that's why I'm always drinking water.
Yeah, me too.
And a lot of fruits and vegetables during the week. And then that's when on Saturday and Sundays is when I have my cheat days. Wow. But I keep them, I would just eat one burger. I won't go crazy trying to eat 3 or 4 burgers or a whole pizza by myself. I'll eat a nice couple pieces of, if I'm in New York, get some New York slices.
Oh, you got to get some New York slices. Oh, come on, man. Like, it's illegal if you don't.
Yeah, so when I was a player, what you see sitting in front of you, this is my office. If I'm a lawyer and you want a lawyer representation, you're going to walk into a lawyer's office, it's all messy and cleany and messed up, papers falling out the file cabinets, and you got carpet ain't been vacuumed in 2 weeks, and are you gonna go to that lawyer?
No, of course not. They're not organized, and I don't want nobody working on my case that's not organized.
Boom. So this was my office. When I got drafted to Seattle, I said, okay, this is my office. I'm gonna keep it clean. I'm gonna keep it tidy and ready to go.
Wow. So now one thing I want to do is I want to add like experience points, but real life experience points to your health. So my thing is I want to set it up to where it's like every month, like you get like a checkup on your health, and if your health is up to par as a gamer, then you get like the brand new this, you get the brand new that. So the thing is, I'm gonna, you know how a lot of times people be like, well, I don't get this, or I don't got that, or it's not fair, or I can't afford this.
Right.
Nah, if you take care of your office, we'll take care of you. So whatever you need is dependent on how you take care of yourself. Because think about it like this. You ever try to help somebody that never want to help themselves? All they want to do is take?
Unfortunately, yes.
Exactly. So my thing is now we got balance, even when it comes to health and fitness and gaming.
Man.
I want to set it up to where if you take care of yourself, we will take care of you. So how bad do you want it?
Hey, let me know if you need help with that.
So, come on, why you think I'm here? Why you think I brought it up to you? So come
I'll
on,
give
man.
you some more tips. I got all type of little anecdotes I can add in there,
Come on, the Players League, baby, we out here.
From workouts. So, I was just talking about that with our last guest there, but from workouts, from nutrition ideas. And actually what's crazy enough, this is the path I'm on because I'm on the path that you're talking. I'm going to my daughter's school, Prairie View A&M, this coming Wednesday to talk about this exact topic.
Oh, word?
They picked out 5 athletes from 5 different sports so they could learn how basically a professional looked at me doing my job every day and every year. That's why I played 12 years as an NFL running back.
Wow,
that's why I'm
man.
the Green Bay Packers all-time leading rusher, because I just didn't take my health and off-season conditioning lightly. I took it serious, like Derrick Henry.
Yeah, he's a beast,
Like
man.
Saquon Barkley, like Michael Jordan did back in the day. Like he was one of the, first NBA players to really take his off-season conditioning to another level, and it was all about winning. Like he hired Tim Grover to get him past the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
If you remember those battles. It was battles, Chicago and Detroit,
Absolutely.
where it wasn't basketball going on the court. It was football.
Yeah, literally.
Like
they was beating him
They were
down,
beating him down physically because he didn't have that muscle. He didn't have that strength. He didn't have that endurance. And some of his teammates didn't either. So it was about, you know what? He said, all right, maybe I can't talk my teammates into doing this, but I'm going to do it to myself, and maybe they follow suit.
Yeah,
and they did,
yeah.
because Scotty definitely did.
Facts.
So that is where, for me, too, that was motivation, real easy. You know what? If I'm going to play football for a certain amount of time, I got to make sure my body's built for it, because I'm a running back. I get hit 80% of the time when I'm on a football field. That means pretty much every play I was getting hit, falling down, somebody pushing me down, but then getting right back up, going to the huddle, getting the play, doing it again. So I had to be locked in and focused and not be afraid. For one, not be afraid of anything. One, being hurt, because it's going to happen. Not being afraid of the person in front of me, because those players, it's football.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be afraid of somebody that's in front of you, of what you got to do as a job, then I'm going to win, because you already have doubt. You're already doubting yourself.
Yeah.
And even if I don't know it, I'll find out some way.
Yeah.
If I see that hand go on the hip, like, oh, I got him.
So you got to look at the body language as well.
Oh, I'm looking at body language. I'm looking at facial expression. Oh, I got him. A couple more plays, a couple more hits. He's going to crack.
Wow.
I'm going to get a touchdown. I would be able to walk right past this D lineman.
Wow.
He ain't going to want none of this.
Yo, y'all don't understand who I'm sitting with right now. Do you understand who this is? Like, all-time leader. Like, are you kidding me? Green Bay Packers, this is crazy right here. Yo, I want to tell you something, man. I got a statement, and then I'm going to follow up with a question, because I want to talk a lot about, like, what's going on, like what we talked about when we was on that Zoom call and stuff like that.
Yep.
So the statement that I got is, not everybody lives a life where they get a chance to really follow their dreams.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Not everybody get that opportunity,
it's
bro.
Yeah, it's tough. Right.
So it's like a 1 in a million shot, and you did it. Like, you lived it, and it's crazy. So my question to you is, as a running back,
right,
a lot of times people have a fear. You briefly touched on it, but I want to go a little deeper. A lot of times people have a fear of being great, because they may be worried about what other people will say about them, because it costs a lot to be great. There's a lot that you're going to lose, maybe people, situations, stuff that you got to say no to. Like, it's a lot of that. My question to you is, it's one thing to get there. It's one thing to stay there and maintain it and be great. What's 1 or 2 ground rules that you applied to your life that allowed you to not just get an opportunity to be great, but to remain great on and off the field?
Yeah, well, one thing I think you mentioned already when you sat down, I don't complain about anything. Like, I take anything that comes at me. Like, right now it's mostly just, life. I'm not on the football field no more. If I do, it's just to probably watch a game.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm on my platform.
This is your field right now.
Yeah,
that's
your
field
now. So I'm streaming once or twice or 3-4 times a week, and then I'll jump on the sticks, play some Madden or play some Tekken, or jump online with some friends at Fortnite or something like that. But right now, so I'm more focused on just literally life, because that's really like that was like kind of second to football when I was playing, was my life. So my life is my wife, my kids, my grandchild. And so that's where my focus is at. They don't know this. I don't tell them that every day, but they are. My daughter who's here right now. That's why she's here, because she could see, I already know she's motivated in certain ways, but also she could see what I do.
Yeah.
And I gotta pass that along, to her and her kids, and when she start having kids, and I'm already passing along to my granddaughter. So I'm making sure that what I was basically built from when I was a kid, from my parents, their grandparents, passing that along, and making sure that even if I don't do nothing at the end of the day, they know one thing: they know how to work for something, and they know how to make sure things get done right. Basically. Wow. So it sounds simple. It can be tough, but as human beings, we have our ups and downs. But always try to stick on. You know what? I'm not gonna make no excuse for myself. If I make a mistake, I own it. I'm not gonna point the finger at nobody else.
Thank you.
I'm not going, I know the old, you pointing one finger at, you got 3, 4, and a thumb, pointing back at you. Like that. And so I try not to. And I'm not trying not to. I don't make no excuses for anything. If I have a phone call and I missed the phone call, hey, I'm gonna text up her. Hey, my mistake.
Yep.
I missed you. If you want to call me back, great. Then if not, I understand. Then boom, they help me back. Blah blah blah. So,
See, I love working with people that's actually pleasant to work with.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's something else that I also instill.
Yep.
Like, shout out to my son Marcus. Like, he's 11 years old. And you know what's so funny? He loves football. He loves soccer. He swims. He loves video games. Like, he's doing all this stuff. He's a purple belt in Shotokan right now. So, like, he's doing all these other things. So, when you talk about your family, like, that's it right there.
Yeah.
That's the part. So, now I got something else for you, man. Yeah. Like, especially when it comes to this Players League and like everything that you're doing there, it's like that. Like, I wanted to dive a little deeper into that because I think that's the most important thing, bro. Like what you're building around with the with this Players League and stuff like that. Like, why? Why do it? Like what? Yeah, you'll say like what made you say like, yo, I went all in on this, whatever's needed to take it. Like all of these major talking points that y'all got with it, it's changing everything, bro. I was blown away by it.
Yeah.
Talk to me, son.
So one thing about when you're on your right path, this is easy to answer. For me, it's like growing up watching my dad coach me. My dad was from here.
Oh, word?
He graduated. He was
Let me get the Nola clap.
Edward Kenneth Scott was from St. Augustine High School. I think his first graduating class. So you're talking about way back, 1960 or 50 something. Maybe in the 40s or something like that. A long time ago. But he ended up in California, met my mom. He was my stepdad, so he met my mom, got married, and he started raising me. And the first day, I never forget, and I asked him, could you be my dad?
Yo,
I was like 5 years old.
That's crazy. You serious, bro?
I asked him, hey.
Yo, wait.
That's all I wanted.
Hold up. Stop right there. Because that is powerful. Because for you to do that, I can imagine how he felt in that moment. Yeah. That's crazy. And secondly, I'm going to share something with you, too. Yep. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but in September 19th, 2023, I believe it's 2023, is when I met my mother for the first time ever in my life.
Wow.
For real.
Yeah.
So, like, in that moment, it was like, I ain't think about nothing else about why you left. Like, I didn't care about none of it. It didn't even matter.
Exactly.
I was like, yo, that's my mother, like my biological mom. Like, this is crazy to me. And we got a chance to spend Christmas together. Got a chance to spend Thanksgiving together. Like, it was, oh my gosh. So for you to ask someone to be
4-year-old, I think I was 4 or 5 years old.
4 or 5?
Yep, 4
Yo,
or 5.
for you to do that, what made you have the confidence, even at such an early age, to even ask such a question? Man, like, that's crazy, bro.
I'll say this. Actually, a lot of people don't know this story. My kids, I don't think, know this story. So I'm about to tell a story that they don't know.
Wow.
So when I was born, and actually, I was born. So I was 2. I was young. So I was 2, I'm running, and I don't think I was quite talking yet, but I was running and jumping, being a 2-year-old, 1-year-old. I walked at 6 months, but at 2, me and my mom were traveling to California, and I got a virus in my body. Somewhere I caught between. We were going from Nebraska to California, so it was somewhere between Colorado and Arizona. So we stopped at a bus stop. It was Greyhound. We stopped at one of the stops, and she could tell something was wrong with me. And it was me and my other brothers, 2 older brothers and older sister. So we're not in our hometown. So we had to basically get off the Greyhound and go to a hospital, get me checked out. And the doctor's like, well, thank God, they did all a routine evaluation of what could it be, And she said, the doctor said to him, and I'm finding that story out from my older sister. She remembered. And the doctor said that, I'm glad you brought your young son in. That he had this virus in his body that is dehydrate or taking all the moisture out of his body, so he's dehydrated. So I'm glad you brought him because we were able to get the IVs in him, right? Because if you didn't bring him in, he probably was going to die.
What?
So so I was 2 years old. That virus ate away all my baby fat in my body.
Bro.
So at 2, I almost died if it wasn't for my mom noticing, like, my baby ain't right now. We're not in Nebraska right now. We're not home, so I got to rush him to a hospital. She gets me there, checks me in, I get evaluated, get the IVs in me, boom, saves my life. But she didn't know. She was like, oh my God. And from the doctor evaluation, she finds that out. And so the only funny, my brothers used to joke about it all the time because now they had a little brother that was all yoked. I didn't have no fat on me. I was like, y'all fools, y'all some fools. But from that moment, I think even though I was probably not really aware of it because I was 2, when it's only so many people that can remember back so far in their life, like and being aware. Yeah, we weren't aware at 2 and 3 months old, but for some reason I was, because I remember that moment, and then any moment after that was like any harmful, physical and mental harmful to me was if I overcome that at 2, I could overcome anything. And then I could do anything. When I got picked on and bullies when I was in elementary school, I was eventually kicking the bully's butt, and then I don't condone that, but the rule was in my house is if somebody violates my personal space, I have every right to protect myself.
Absolutely.
And that's what the kids, I was in a Crip neighborhood in Los Angeles, California, gang members trying to test me, and I didn't want to be a gang member, but I couldn't come in the house and try to act like that. So I knew if I try to do that, my mom and dad going to.
You already know what it is. Yep.
And so fighting all the time was just protection, just like because they were coming after me. So I just knew that I could do certain things without hesitation. I wasn't fearful of losing or making mistakes. I just learned how to just overcome it fast and move on to the next thing. And I think that's part of the reason I was successful at the things I've done, because it's just like from that age too, it's like, man, I didn't realize I could have, being a 2-year-old oblivious to it, that I could be in the ground at 2, but I wasn't. So I'm gonna keep everything that happened to me. They'll be like, man, so I'm creating a new foundation for mine. It's gonna be, not a foundation. I'm gonna write a book. Eventually, I got a good title for it. It's called Build Different.
Build Different. No, you definitely build different, bro.
Because a lot of stuff that I went through in my life, because this stuff later on too, as an adult that I went through, that I tell some of my teammates that I went through that was going off the field during the off season with my family, and I tell them a story, about what happened to me in the off season. They'd be like, bro, and I probably wouldn't be standing right now. I can't believe you went through that and you're still playing. You're a professional football player right now.
That's crazy. Man.
I'll share them stories coming up soon. In a couple books I'll be writing in the next couple of years. But no, it started when I was 2, and from that time on, I really didn't have nothing I say that put me in a state of mind. It's like I can't do something or I can't get this done. I knew I could do it. Just take it time. It's going to take time. Just keep pushing ahead. Keep pushing it. That's it.
Wow. First of all, like, that's incredible right there. And this is why, like, one of the best things that I've been able to, like, really see and appreciate is, like, and like I said, rest in peace again to my grandma, because we, play games together and stuff like that. It's so amazing to me, bro, how many people that I've been able to, like, meet, talk with, and learn their stories. So as a journalist, that's my thing. Like, I tell the stories and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's amazing how I think I'm doing something for them to give them a platform to do something. But in reality, they just, like, pouring into me, and they don't even be realizing
it. And that's what I do with you. When I see you, and hear you, man, you get me so, like, just juiced and understand that you got to have, like, I'm not, I'll say I'm not as enthusiastic as you, but I get why you do it. I understand it.
Wow, man.
Like, and it's your personality. You can hone that. Like, I can hone my calmness.
Yeah.
Because everybody like, hey, G, man, you so chill. I'm like, yeah, I know. Because that's where I know I'm comfortable.
Yeah, I'm completely different, son. I'm so hyped. You don't even understand, bro. As soon as I walked in the building, so I was
we know in hip-hop in the room.
Yeah, I was so rich. And I walked in, y'all don't even understand how fly it is up in here. So as soon as you walk in, you see all this other stuff. Everything look dope. I was blown away by it, so I'm hyped all day.
Yeah. And that's you, though. But that's you.
Yeah.
And people can misunderstand that. And it's like, but you only misunderstand it because you don't know them.
Yeah.
And then I knew that before I met you.
Yeah.
I knew right away. When I said, whenever I get hip hop on my show, I was like, what's so cool about hip hop is that is you.
Yeah.
Yep. We
got
my
dude,
man,
you already know Big Rich in the building. We outside, sir.
Suarez is in the seat now with us, but like I said, for you hip hop, I was like, I know. I said that's him. He's not putting on no act.
So I be in church like this, son.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
word up.
That's
So
what
I
I'm
was like,
saying.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I be, yo,
You be at the McDonald's drive-thru ordering your meal on a cheat day. There you go.
you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, let me get, like, you know what I'm saying? Yo,
And they be like, who is this on the microphone? Be like, man, it's hip-hop. Where my Big Mac at?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I get hyped, man. But you know what it is too, bro? Like, what's so crazy is a lot of people don't know how to enjoy life these days because it's very easy to look at social media or whatever and get discouraged and depressed really fast when you see some things going on. I'm going to tell you right now, man, like, I'm just so joyful, prayerful, and the way I live and lead my life, you know what I'm saying? I give everything to God. Like, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, you do your part. I'm just going to do mine because you do your part better than anybody else can.
Right.
And all I'm going to do is put the work in and have fun with it. And that's really what I like to give back to the next generation coming up. I'm like, yo, y'all don't understand. Like, matter of fact, one of the things that I tell a lot of the students, it get real deep. I'll be like, yo, because I be like, you got the auditorium, I got the whole, school, right? And I'll be like, yo, look to your left, then look to your right. Like, real talk, one day, you're going to have to say bye to one another. One day.
Yep.
Like
I've been in that conversation.
You know what I'm saying? Like that final
teachers,
goodbye.
Coaches, yep.
And it's like, all the time that you have now, are you going to waste it on things that don't matter? Or are you going to leverage it and love it and uplift? Because that's going to be the punchline for your next success. And when you say it like that, it's like they at least think about it. They be like,
For sure.
oh, that is true, because, like, when you look on the news, people, going left and right. Like, you really don't know. So if this is your last time, what are they going to say about you? How did you make somebody feel? How did, like, you know what I mean? For that last time. And it just changes the perspective. And then we go back to playing video games. So it's so cool to have those moments because now we starting to change the narrative and the community that we serve when it comes to, bringing people together better through gaming, but loving one another in the same process.
Exactly.
So I love that, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So we got one of the managing directors of Spin, Rich Suarez, sitting down with us. He wants to jump in the conversation.
I couldn't miss a conversation with the two of you.
Right.
It's the best conversation of the day. I could just listen
Wow.
to the two of you chat.
Good.
So this is the way I could do it without having to watch your channel later.
Right. Loving it. No, so for when Rich brought me this idea, and something they already piloted last year at Draft in Detroit, right? If I'm correct.
We piloted in Hartford.
Or in Hartford.
We were set to set up
high
something
schools.
new.
A few high schools.
Correct.
And
So this will be the first time we'll do a live kind of finale during the draft.
And so this year the draft is going. We got like the schools in the cities I mentioned already: Houston, with Green Bay, Wisconsin, New England area, and Carolina. So those high schools, two high schools per city.
2 high schools per city.
Two per high, but one athlete for both high schools that will collaborate, mentor with them. And so when he first told me this, telling you hip hop, that I was like, oh, okay, I know this is exactly what I want to see and be a part of, because of what's going on. And I knew the college esports space and how that's growing, and then knowing that, how my mom, like we was talking about my mom and dad, and how it was about make sure you got your grades right. You got your chores done. Okay, you could go hit the sticks, or you could go outside, touch grass. But also that stemmed from that was me learning, things I wanted to do in life. Beyond becoming a football player, but also knowing that later on, I want to do that. I want to teach kids how to get motivated to do their own thing, just like my dad and coaches and teachers that I had. So a program. I was like, man, if I had a program like this when I was 16 years old. Man, not only would I have been still playing football, I would have been whatever game that we're playing or coding or going to PR, and I'm going to really get into it. So this program here is, for me, I can't wait for it to start and be able to mentor the kids. And so Rick has the big dream, not dream, but I say
vision,
because the goals, vision going on. Because we got 4 of the NFL teams working with in CDs right now, but looking to expand that to the other 28, basically. So having all 32 and then other leagues. So Rick kind of explained some of that and the I say later down the road stuff that you want to do with the Players League.
Sure. But first off, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
You know what I'm saying? Word.
I want some of his hype just to rub off on me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
it is infectious. It is infectious.
I can put him on my alarm first thing in the morning. Big Dog Rich, what's
Hey.
up?
Facts. Yo, you know what's so funny? Before we go to it, we on the phone, right? And I'm like, as soon as I see his number pop up, or if I'm calling him and I hear him pick up the phone, and I'm like, yo, Big Rick in the building. You
Yep.
already know what it is.
All
like
day.
that's the way it has to be, son. Because I just don't tolerate because son. But when we on the phone, the energy gotta be right, and it just sets the day up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
no doubt.
love you, bro.
No
Go
doubt.
ahead, talk
Love
about it.
Love it. For me, the coolest part about this is being able to collaborate and bring people together with very similar visions.
Yep.
Because I think we're all in it for the right reason. And lots of times that's not the case, meaning you want, I want, you want what's best for this generation coming up.
Right.
And how can we empower them? How can we leverage your successes, your knowledge and successes, my knowledge and successes to have an actual impact for that generation through gaming, which is our core love, right?
Yep.
So the vision is pretty straightforward. It's really about how do I connect these students with people that they will look up to immediately and say, I want to be like this person. I want to be like you. I love the energy you bring. I love the excitement and what your career trajectory was and how you got to be who you are.
Correct.
And I think that's so needed today in general because school's different.
Yeah.
You know, re-engaging students at a level where they are excited about learning is difficult. I mean, it is really
Very.
difficult.
Yep.
And there's no secret sauce or anything else like that. To me, though, it's bringing the right people together in an environment where we're meeting them while they're doing something they already love to do,
Exactly.
gaming, right, at the end of the day. So through this, they're going to learn about a lot of different vocations as a whole. And that's the project. That's what they're going to actually, in Green Bay Live, kind of introduce what they created, which I'm excited about. But it's during that 8-week process, week in and week out, the interaction with the NFL guys, some interaction with hip-hop and hearing about kind of your stories and everything else, and as well as other folks we're bringing in, other content creators and everything else. That's their world, right? That's the reality. That's their world. That's who they are going to listen to, be more open to listening to, than sometimes even mom and dad.
Right.
At the end of the day, you know what I mean? So I feel blessed to be a part of it with all of y'all because I honestly believe the impact could be massive. And as we scale, to your point, we go from 4 cities to all NFL cities. We go to NBA. We go to soccer.
When he said that to me the first time, I was just like, oh.
Yo, that's
Let's
crazy.
do this.
I was like,
let's do. Why else?
I'm like, oh my.
If we're gonna do it, let's do it.
I said,
It's
why
like-
couldn't I meet this gentleman
I know,
5 years ago? I was like, yes. So
that's crazy.
and so during this process, during this 5 or 8 weeks, it starts February 19th. You and I, we're gonna be jumping on. You'll be on my show.
Yeah,
Or
that's
I
good.
could be on your show.
Yeah,
giving
and we can put that joint on air too.
Giving everybody updates.
I just want to hear it.
Right.
As long as I can hear, I'm good.
Right. We're going to be, so either I'm on the Gamers Lounge podcast or I'll come on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
I'll get up early. You're
And
East
join
Coast.
me, man. Yeah.
And we're going to give people the updates, have the kids, have the coaches come on our shows, and we'll interview them and ask them about how's it going. You're talking to Dalton Schultz from the Texans, and you're at a high school. So we could get that feedback, instant feedback from these kids that did not know they're going to be talking to a professional athlete, once a month. Through the program, through this Players League. So.
We went through Radio Row, right?
Yeah.
And I'm an adult, and I'm still in awe. And it's just the celebrity of it, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's Stephen A. Smith, McAfee's there, all the other NFL players in general, and you're walking by and you're like, yeah, this is pretty cool.
Yep.
So I can just imagine for a kid, a teenager to come up and be like, to your point, I'm going to be talking to this person, and mom, dad, look at who I just was able to chill with and chat with, and then start to play with. Right? Because you love gaming.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
Hip hop loves gaming.
Come on, dog, all day, sir. That's all we do, Petty.
I gotta grab this.
That's what we do.
A lot of the other players do too. That's what they do in their downtime as well. So that's just another level of connectivity and engaging them in a format that they love. So the goal from there is, again, they keep coming back. They keep wanting to learn more because they're not going to want to disappoint you, et cetera, or their peers that they're working along and
or
competing
even
with.
themselves.
Or themselves.
Right.
Completely.
One
So
thing-
it's just another level, hopefully, that we can achieve
Yep.
to really provide genuine impact.
Yep.
Right. That I went to school in Hartford, inner city, just outside New York, and I always remember, I had an 8th grade teacher that I was going down a path that it wasn't for my 8th grade teacher that said, no, you got to do this. And it was just a different, my mom and dad said it all the time, but it was a different message that resonated,
It was,
right? And it stuck.
My 6th grade teacher for me.
But it stuck.
Yep.
So
Wow.
that's the power that y'all bring to the table. There's just that one time that someone hears it a little different from someone else.
Yep.
And next thing you know, that's what they're doing with their life in a good way. So, like I said, I'm incredibly excited about this.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something. I want to add to that, dog. So, like, one of the things that I've been really, really adamant about is being positively profitable. So, I'll give you an example of what I mean by that. So, in this day and age, especially, there's people that will pay a lot of the kids that's coming up that will pay them to be like negative and ratchet because they know that's gonna attract.
Right.
And at the end of the day,
I heard you talk about this before.
Yeah.
I heard you
so
talk about this.
they'll leverage the next generation just to get some money, just to get a deal, but don't care about how it'll affect them, like in their life,
and develop them into something different.
There you go.
Basically.
So you're praising negativity for a bag, like, you know what I mean, and don't care about what happens to them later on, how they're going to be looked at. You know what I'm saying? So what I love about this is that it takes all the cool factor, you know what I'm saying, all the style, everything that they actually want to, but you putting it in an area where instead of looking over your shoulder because you got problems with the ops or something like that, now it's like, yo, I got a chance to talk to this person, they doing this, we making money, we having fun, we helping people, we showing love to one another, and that's a cool thing to do. I don't got to worry about getting in trouble. I'm actually advancing in something that I love to do as well. I got help, so I don't feel like I'm by myself and stuff like that. My parents support it because they know I'm in a safe environment to do this. Like, when I'm looking at the big picture on that scale, this has to work. This has to be supported, and Players League has to become a standard of growth and scale that everybody got to join in on. So that's why I'm like, yo, what up? Like what's popping? There is no no's here. It's yes and how. And then we execute it.
I love that.
So you that
Amen.
dude, bro.
Amen.
I'm for real. You that dude.
We
for real.
We're only as strong as the weakest link, as they say. So it's just really getting all the people together.
Well, we got the strongest dude right here.
Yeah,
well, that's what I'm saying.
Yep. So the Players League is going to be in Houston. 2 high schools out of the Houston area, Green Bay area, New England area, and the Carolinas. So Charlotte. That's where the Panthers stadium is at and the facility is at. So 2 high schools between February 19th and April 26th. Where NFL draft will be in my old hometown, because I live in Houston now, but I'm going to be up there all week long. Actually, I'm going to be in the month of April. I'm going to probably just stay in Wisconsin because I got an event like the first weekend in Milwaukee.
Yep.
And then there was the same weekend as the one event you sent. That's going to be in y'all in Chicago.
That's right.
So I was going to try to sneak down, but I was like, you know what, I'm just going to stay up because I know I could get more things with spin all over. These come to Charlotte for something there. Yep. So it's first weekend. It's something. It's Midwest Gaming Classic. In Milwaukee. Then the Packers already planned from the 8th to the 13th. It's something that they always do for the fandom there in Wisconsin. The Green Bay Packer Fan Tour. So they go, they pick one side of the state. You know, it's north side, south side, east side, west side, and go visit like 3 or 4 small towns in 5 days.
Wow.
So they're taking me. I know this trip, it's me, Jermichael Finley, and a few current players. I don't know who the current players are. Maybe Jordan Love, maybe Josh Jacobs. I think Josh Jacobs is coming.
Oh, wow.
So they'll bring 2 former Packers. I don't know if any other NFL team does this. That's the question. I got to ask around. So they've been doing this for at least 15 years now.
Nice.
If not 10.
Sweet.
So they get 2 former Packers, and then the rest are current Packers. And we go hang out. So the first time I did this was with there was a couple other guys that were playing with. I think it was when Aaron Jones first got on the squad, probably almost 6-7 years ago. It was me. It was Aaron Ripkowski, their fullback from Oklahoma. Yep. So after we go visit, we go into a small town in middle of nowhere, Wisconsin. Population probably 800, but they love their Packers. We go to a local high school. They open a gym for us, and we basically talk to the audience. tell them what we're doing, where we're at, if we're former players, what the current players doing, sign autographs. And then at night, we're at our hotel, and you know what I did? I had my Xbox, pulled it out.
Wow.
And we started playing UFC at that time was UFC 3.
Wow, UFC 3, yeah.
And my man, when I say my man Ripkowski was a beast on it, like it felt like he was in the game.
Wow. That's crazy.
Between grappling me to knocking me out, it was like he's like, Ahman, I play it so much. Like he was not cocky about it. He just straight up, hey, I play it so much, just let me know which way you want to lose.
Wow,
he said it just
that's
like
so
that.
disrespectful.
That
was very disrespectful.
So shout
I
out
love
to Aaron Ripkowski, a dog at UFC.
C3.
Probably all of them, but that was UFC 3.
Yeah.
And so every night when we stop, I'll pull out the Xbox and play something else. So we're gaming, and I was like, because I knew this is part of the reason why I'm here now, because I knew then, I knew everybody plays, they just don't talk about it.
Right.
So then I'm glad that we're talking about it now because it's opening the floodgates.
That's right.
I got a major question for you. Mm-hmm. So Rick, like when you are working with all these different players and stuff like that, have you got a chance to ask them about like some of their like favorite games or gaming memories and like bringing that to life now with the next generation that's coming up? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I would love to see like within the Players League where you got a lot of the players versus the next generation that's coming up. Like imagine Ahman like battling one of the kids at the Houston school and stuff like that.
Right.
I would love to see that. I'm gonna tell you why. So when I do my programs, sometimes I bring the principal out, and I would have the principal battle one of the kids.
Yep.
Let me tell you how ill this is, dog.
I like it.
Yo, bro, let me tell you how ill this is. So first of all, I always be like, who y'all think gonna win? And most people gonna say the kid is gonna win.
Right.
And I'm like, don't sleep on this principal. Now the dope thing is they never seen a principal and a kid play together.
Right.
So immediately they're seen differently.
The visual.
That's what I'm talking. The visual, they're seen differently now. Just seeing them together playing the game together. That's one.
Yeah.
Two, when they see that the principal is like nice or the principal is winning, they like, oh, you rock with us. Like you just like So now they don't just
put time in the game.
Yeah. Yep. So now they don't just see you as a principal only. They see you as like one of them too.
And that breaks down the barriers.
That breaks the barrier. So now when I say something to you, it doesn't feel like you just getting at me or chastising me. It feels like you my people and you looking out for me. Just because we share this common thing. So I would love to see you do that. Like who plays? Talk to me, bro.
So yeah, no, for sure. We set up what's going to be known. So perfect question. We've interviewed a lot of the students that are going to be part of this program. A lot of them don't play Madden, right? They're like, we play Valorant or Rocket League or Call of Duty or Fortnite, Smash.
Yep.
Like, can we play those? I'm like, no, we're doing Madden. Don't worry that you don't play. This is what we're going to do because it really is about the interaction. It's about the camaraderie, learning from those that are going to be there with you, and then learning on the educational side. But, to your point, we're going to set up a community night. Where you play whatever title, you can go play Marvel Rivals, and you can play against whoever wants to be there on community night. So if Ahman says, yeah, you think you're good at that, let's go play whatever Ahman likes to play, they're going to be like, let's go.
Oh, yeah, we can jump on some Tekken, I'm telling you.
For real.
But I love it.
But it's that way, now they're not just playing with their coach, but they're playing with any of the players that are going to be on there. And my suspicion is these guys are so uber competitive. He's going to have some of his buddies coming over. Right? And then he's going to get some of his buddies.
I already got two.
And now there's going to be like all these. But again, that's the environment we want those kids in.
I got two guys already when I'm running COD or Marvel. I already got two guys.
So I'm going to tell you who I got. So I'm going to tell I play everything. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm just like him, everything.
But I'm going to tell you right now, I already know what to do. And I think today is his birthday, too. I doubt if you pick up the phone right now. But my man, Kid Capri, legendary Kid Capri, goes in on Call of Duty.
I'm going to say 1v1 right now, me and Kid Capri. Let's go.
I want that.
And my man, Just Blaze, goes in on Call of Duty. So if you talk about a team and a squad, I'll get my girl, Red Infamy, my girlfriend, love you, baby, Red Infamy, Kid Capri, and Just Blaze. And that four, what's up?
Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
COD.
You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
go.
We can do that on COD.
Let's go.
I'm ready.
You know what I'm saying?
Ready.
And
Let's go.
And
I love it,
what's
though.
so ill
We're gonna
about
cut
it?
this interview short. You got console here?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, actually, mine's over, my blue box is over
Let's
there.
go.
Let's go. So then another thing is a lot of the kids that I work with, that's a part of Playmakers. So a lot of these kids, when it comes to Tekken, like we was talking about, like Tekken, what's the other joint? Because even some Forza, even some of the racing
Forza.
games,
Wow.
they
Wow.
nice in it. So I'm gonna tell you right now something that's really ill. So some of the kids that I work with, Tekken and Street Fighter, I'll pull some kids out from Denzel Washington School and East New York Middle School of Excellence and Vista Academy, other schools that I work with. I'll pull them and be like, go up against anybody who wants smoke.
Right.
And now they feel more encouraged.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's all they really need, because another thing that I learned about like a lot of the kids in schools, when they go home, home ain't always a good place.
No.
That's
School-
something that I
school's a better
learned,
place.
bro. And
I had friends and teammates and growing up in Los Angeles like that.
yeah,
You know, they
and
had more fun at school.
Safe.
They could get a meal.
they're safer at school than they are at home.
Yep.
Correct.
Unfortunately.
And that's the joint that hurt. That hurt. I was like, because a lot of times people, they like, especially now, kids be like, I'd rather stay at school and just be in this gaming program and play, because the more time I'm away from home, I'm home.
Yeah.
It's those moments. That's why I'm
Crazy,
so hyped
right?
about what you got,
Yeah.
because I believe it'll change the narrative of like whatever's going on at home. Is there a way we can help there too? Because nobody's perfect, man. Everybody got areas where they're broken at, but it doesn't mean it has to stay that way. And that's why I think
Amen.
this program changes things.
Yep. So
I love this, man.
Oh man. So yeah, Players League starting up February 19th. Checking in with the players and the coaches. Going on for until now. I say until then.
Yeah.
To April 16th, 2025 in Green Bay, Wisconsin. You know, I'm looking for clear skies and everything that
Man,
week.
I just hope it's above 50 degrees,
Yes,
bro.
that's what I'm gonna bring in. Like I said, I'm gonna foster something. I don't know to make sure it is that for you, Rich.
All right.
Coming from
Much-
Carolina.
much
Because it's
appreciate
nice
it.
out here right now in New Orleans.
Yeah, it's
And you gotta
beautiful.
understand, I flew in from New York where it's cold.
You came
right
from an
now.
ice storm.
Yeah, literally, I came
his
from
flight-
an ice storm.
His
Yeah.
flight was
Really?
delayed like
my
5
flight
hours.
my flight was delayed seriously. I was supposed to be in the air like around 11. I didn't fly out till 5 in the evening. That's how long the delay
that
was,
was
bro.
delayed,
It was like a
right.
7-hour delay.
Gotcha.
But in Jesus' name we pray, we here. So
Yeah.
it's so cool because I get to see you in person for the
Yeah,
first
right.
time. You know
Let's
what I'm
go.
saying?
Yeah,
So that right there is fire as well, man.
Yep, it's
And
fun.
Ahman, we got to battle with something, man.
We
You
got
know what
to.
I'm saying?
We got to.
Because
Have
you
some
was talking Tekken 8 a lot.
Tekken
I think
8.
we should play in some Tekken 8, man.
We
I don't
could
think
do
you
it.
want that smoke, bro.
I don't know.
don't
Like
think you
I
want
said,
that
I'm
smoke,
not afraid
bro.
of anything, so I like
Oh,
it.
I got you. I know the story now,
Yeah,
so I got to
know
work.
the
You know what I
story.
mean?
So,
But-
yeah, I'm ready for it.
yeah, let's go.
You know the gamer tag.
You know what I'm saying? All right, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's
okay.
on.
Yeah.
It's
Let's
on.
get it.
So
Is there-
I'm gonna head in. So with the show here, I'm gonna go into one of our quick hit news bites. So we got Black Ops, Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 multiplayer zombies are free for the next 4 days coming over the weekend.
Fire.
Yep. So they got gamers getting super excited about that. I know. Oh man, I think I lost my internet, so I can't go into the article. Yeah, but we see it there on the screen there. So.
I
and
love
you're
that
just-
too. Stay plugged in, spin.
Right.
That joint is so hard.
Oh,
I like
love
that.
it.
I like
and
that.
I've been knowing about them forever too. I was being at the Lakeland University.
Yeah.
I saw the moniker pop up all the time. And then finally, I was like, oh. But like I said, I told you the story about Greg, Zion to Abe, and then Rich, and that's how the connection started. But yeah, I was reading this article, got brought to me by my buddy Akedo. He does find fun stories, but an article is about it. And then seeing this, I can't go into details because everything is gone because it's on the link.
We have hijacked your show.
Yeah, that is all good.
Yeah.
But just from but this, I remember I did proofread it. Obviously, I read some of the article, did my research, so I do remember some of the details.
You play zombies?
I play zombies.
You play zombies?
I play multiplayer.
I don't play zombies as much. I'm gonna tell you why. Because like team deathmatch, I don't even play Warzone that much. I'm gonna tell you.
I don't do
Are
that.
you?
Yeah.
Do you play all the different maps? Meaning
yeah, I play
all the games rather, or just deathmatch? I mean, team deathmatch.
So I play team deathmatch. I like that. I like gun game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I love gun game as well. I like to join with Squid Game where you got to stop.
Yeah.
Yep, they got
and stuff
that
like
in
that.
the game.
In the game where you got to stop and you can't say nothing too. If you get picked up on the mic, they're gonna shoot you.
If they hear
so,
your voice, you're breathing.
So I love all that as well. So I play a lot of different modes, but I'm gonna tell you this. I know it may sound crazy at first when they was first promoting it, but the Omni movement, But when you play the game, I can't play Call of Duty the same anymore. Like all the other Call of Duties, if they could go back and add Omni movement for even the past Call of Duties, it's like you have to, because the movement changed the whole game for me. I'm nice in Call of Duty now simply because they add that. It's not stiff at all. That joint is free flowing, like jumping back. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my gosh, it's incredible, bro.
And you see a lot of that on the maps. Like Newtown, you see the
Newtown
guys sliding and basically letting off shots
off the side.
Oh my gosh. So that's what I love about Call of Duty now. It just feels more. It feels better to play. You know what I mean? So
So obviously with the free 4 days a weekend, it's going to be a lot of people online. So this is also involved with either PlayStation Plus or your Xbox Game Pass too. So even if you have that,
I got it all.
Yeah, so you could download, you could play Warzone, you could do the zombie missions, and so it gives you a little extra time. You know, having the 4 days, and if you haven't played it, obviously, it's in your Game Pass or it's in your Xbox Plus or your PlayStation Plus. There you go. And for me, I've been heavy on multiplayer, and I like all the modes. So you're asking about that, Rick. So team deathmatch, I say the only one I don't put in the select list is search and destroy because you know, once you die, it's it. You just sit there spectating. It's like
I ain't doing that.
I want to keep going. So I keep deathmatch on the list, domination, kill and confirm.
Kill confirm, love kill
and
confirm.
Then gunfight or gun
game.
That was another, and that's one I forgot about.
And like free for all too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like my free for alls at times. You know what I'm saying?
I like free for all, kill confirm, and team deathmatch. That's it.
Oh, I'm gonna tell y'all something that nobody talks about with Call of Duty. I'm gonna tell y'all something right now that nobody talks about. I'm like the only person that really do this, and this is important. So, what I encourage everybody to do, and what I encourage Activision to implement in Call of Duty. So you know when you get like a little streak and stuff like that, and you get you get a little kill streak, and then you get a chance to have the pulse on radar where you can see where they at. So what I do is I do private matches in Call of Duty, right? But I got the map where you know where everybody at all times. So so on the map I see you. I know exactly where you at. And you know exactly where I'm at all times.
Oh, it's okay. So there's no secrets.
There's no secrets.
There's no spawn trapping.
No, I know where you
camping,
at. Yeah, there's no camping.
Camping.
My God. So my thing is, I want Call of Duty to put a mode in called No Camp. Like, I want the mode to be called No Camp. And when the map is up,
like I'm out.
Yeah, when the map is up, I always know where you at, and you always know where I'm at. And now it's like, who's nice? Because think about it. A lot of times people get kills because I ran past, I didn't see you, so
and they're hiding behind
you shot
the door.
me.
Right.
So when y'all play, do y'all normally same weaponry all the time, or based on the map, you might be a sniper one time?
No, whatever you want to do.
In general.
In general.
I do that. So long maps, I might go to the sniper, and then I have SMG or handgun.
See, I'm a run and gun type of guy.
I'm a run and
gun type of guy.
It depends on the map.
Even in the long ones, I'm like,
Stakeout is a smaller map like Newtown where you can run it. So for Stakeout, it's just for sure shotgun.
Yeah,
because you're basically in a room like this.
Yeah.
Every turn somebody's right there. But every now and then, because I took pride in getting good at sniping. So that's why on the longer maps.
Got you. Like, that ain't gonna work in the mode I'm talking about.
I think it's Skyline.
Skyline. I love Skyline.
So you can sit on some of the like left side, right side. You can see from one map to the other, or one side of the map to the other. So you could just sit there and as long as obviously nobody come up.
Scud's another one, I think.
Yep. That's where you don't get the activation of the melee.
Yeah. So that's what I hate the most. The guys that just have the ability to run fast with the knife.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And I get killed by that. I'm like, oh man.
I actually did that. So I had you get the challenges, the weekly challenge or the daily challenges.
Daily challenges.
So I had to get 50 knife kills, and I'm like worried about it at first. I'm like, man, I'm not really good at the knife. I don't use it at all.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
one of my guys was in the chat. He goes by Eeyore. Shout out to Eeyore. He's like, Ahman, no, all you got to do is right-click the analog stick, and your knife stays out. And then now you just pull the trigger like it's a weapon, like it's a gun.
So I'm going to tell you right now.
And I got 50 in 3 games.
So I'm going to tell you right now, what ill way to do that. So I got the official Call of Duty Black Ops 6 SCUF controller.
Yeah.
So with the back pedals, you can set that for your R3 and just set that like that, and then or you don't have to worry about it because it's already like ready to go, and then you just pull the trigger like that.
Yeah. So I tried the underneath buttons on because I got the Elite. And then I got one time Astro Gaming made a controller. And they sent that to me too. I tried to do the underneath button. I needed more reps at it.
Got you.
You know, it's like when I was playing baseball and I try to go, I'm a lefty and I try to hit a righty. Oh. It's like, you just got to adjust everything. You're like, all right. It just took me a little time, but if I would have kept at it, I would have got the buttons down because. It's
when's this Call of Duty tournament happening? He's got his 4.
It's going down.
Oh,
he's got his squad.
Wait,
I'll put together my squad.
What you said? You said I'm going down, or it's going down?
No, I said I'm going. I'm down for that. Like,
you down? Oh, I
got my squad.
Because I'm about to say, because all I gotta do is put the call in, son.
We gotta set this up.
It'll be up, son.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
This is gonna happen.
I think it'll be real
cool.
Y'all
won't feel bad though when the old man in the room wins, right? Y'all won't feel bad.
You ain't winning. Get out of here. Like you ain't winning. So here's what we'll do. We could do this for charity. It's like a charity for the Players League or something like that. And like we get people involved. But I'm telling you, my 4 will be Kid Capri, Just Blaze, Red Infamy, and myself. Woo. And that joint will be lit.
Well, I don't have. Go ahead.
And I ain't gonna front. I would love to set it to like that no camp mode I was telling you about.
Yep,
to where it's a private match.
I love that.
We all know where each other at. It's all in who's nice with that shot.
Yep. So I don't have a well-known roster as you, but I have my boy Eeyore, who I mentioned, and then Akito Shinyata. And actually his name is video game. I forgot. I forgot. I didn't do it right. I didn't remember Chinyara. But the first name Akito is video. In Korean or in Japanese.
Oh, so he bringing in a ringer, you know what I'm saying? He trying to cheat, you know what I mean? I
know he's
you know what I'm saying? I see where he's going, you know what I'm saying?
But he's a good player.
Okay.
Yep. So with that, we'll head over to this or that. This is the fun segment of my show. Rick has been a part of this already, and also
I did it.
We did a fun one. So we got a fun edition. We got Super Bowl edition, bro. We are.
Let's go. Let's go.
So it's Super Bowl edition of this or that. I love to share this. So first one on the slate. Are you excited about just watching the Super Bowl game?
Yo,
or watching the Super Bowl commercials?
Oh, not the game this time. No, I'm excited about this game. I'm excited about the game.
About the game?
Like,
okay.
I'm going to tell you why I'm excited about the game more so than now. Because Saquon Barkley got a chip on his shoulder, especially with the whole situation with the Giants. A boulder, literally. So he is in the zone for real. Because he said, we ain't just come to win some AFC, NFC championship. No. We won it all. He hungry. Yeah. That's one, respectively. And then on the side of Patrick Mahomes, he could be the first to get that three-peat.
In football.
Yeah,
baseball, basketball, hockey, I believe, is already
done.
Multiple times.
Yeah. But to be that first in football, that's crazy. But not only that, like people are already saying, given the amount of years that he's been in the league and how many times he won, he's already on his way to GOAT status, like easy.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to see the game because there's history that's about to be made on either side. So that's why I'm more excited about the game, bro.
Rick.
It's your go.
Well, he said no, the same. But I'm on cheat mode because it used to be all the commercials you had to wait for the day to see them all.
Yeah,
you can see, you can see almost all of them online right now.
Right.
Wow. Because they're all like
they put it on YouTube. I think.
Yeah.
So I'm with you.
Yeah.
I definitely want to watch this game.
You know who wants Mahomes to win more than anybody?
Who?
Patrick Riley. You know,
really?
He's got the trademark on the term.
Oh, Pat Riley. Pat Riley, role player / coach, now GM for the Heat.
For the Heat.
So he patented three-peat when the Lakers did it back in the 90s.
Right.
Or early 80s. Oh, no, 90s.
No, 90s. It was
90s, right. It was the early 90s when they, right before Michael Jordan came in and started doing his thing in the 90s.
He's got a Patrick Mahomes jersey on as we speak.
Guaranteed
Pat Riley.
100%.
Wow.
100%. All right. That's a good one. So we got Super Bowl game there. Gotcha. All right, next one on here. We could probably do this maybe if we get the room access. Tailgate party, or what I'm going to do, watch at home party.
So I ain't going to even front because I'm in New York. I ain't tailgating nothing, son. It's cold, son.
Right.
Get that.
Fact.
So we doing a home party, but I'm going to tell you why we doing a home party. So my sister, shout out to my sister, Tracy Johnson, Platinum Party Designs. She makes this Rasta pasta. Like, she could cook something serious, but yo, she got this Rasta pasta mixed with this like red velvet brownie bottom cupcakes. Now I can't eat the cupcakes right now because the way my situation set up from a nutrition standpoint. But what I will say,
cheat day.
It had to be a cheat day. But one thing I will say, the red velvet brownie bottom cupcakes with Rasta pasta and these buttermilk biscuits with the syrup on them.
New York with
dog, it's one of those situations where you have the Bible, right? You know what I'm saying? We read the Bible. And if there was anything that somebody left out the Bible was my sister's Rasta pasta and the red velvet brownie bottom cupcakes. So at home party, by far, home party.
Oh, wow.
Mine's easy.
It's going to happen now.
You can come to my crib anytime.
Oh, yeah.
That's you fam, so you come anytime you want.
That's going to
care.
happen just for that reason.
Yeah, I'm going to his home party.
Yeah, I'm right there. Home party as well.
And it's not even,
in New York
no
City.
disrespect. It's not about him. It's about his sister.
God,
yeah, that's it.
Food.
Yo, let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you something. Real talk. My sister, she did. So I was talking about Kid Capri earlier.
Yeah.
So I had Kid Capri, my boy DNA, who's a battle rapper, and Charlie Clips, who's a battle rapper. He's on Wild 'N Out with Nick Cannon and stuff like that, right?
Yep.
So we had an event at shout out to my man Alec at Brookland and stuff like that, the esports facility out on Brooklyn.
Yep, I've been there.
Yep. So my sister, she was catering and stuff like that there, right? The food was so good that one of the guys went to my sister and said, "Hey, do you need a husband?" I never heard nobody come up to
wow.
That was his pickup
food.
line. And my sister married already, but it didn't matter in that moment. I never heard a pickup line where you go up to a girl and be like, "Hey, do you need a husband?" Because of the food.
Hey.
So I'm just telling you, bro, come to the crib.
Let's go.
There we go.
It's serious.
There we go. And also, I can't forget, behind the scenes, so Blasty, am I saying it right?
Blasky!
Blasky, what's your pick on there? Tailgate party or home watch party?
Shout out to Blasky in the building. You already know what it is,
making
son.
it sound good and look good on the screen here. All right, next one, number 3 on the list for halftime show. As we got, and we have in the last several Super Bowls, iconic legends or new surprises.
So I think it's a mixture of both. I think Kendrick Lamar is going to bring out a surprise.
Oh, he's definitely bringing out a surprise.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I know he is.
He's bringing out a surprise. And the surprise, I think, is going to, everybody's watching the game. You're going to have over 100 million people watching.
Right.
I think Kendrick Lamar's performance is possibly going to exceed the viewership of what we got with Usher.
Wow.
Right.
I think it's going to be like that based on the tension, the energy, and that surprise.
Yeah. So new surprises.
I'm just going to leave it like that. A new surprise. New surprise.
Yeah, I love it when they collaborate. Just getting different artists together.
Yeah, I love it too.
Just don't get me wrong, I'm old school, so when it was Snoop and Dre and everyone else.
Oh, that was crazy. Oh, my God.
Eminem
and all
was the
that
iconic legend.
That's
crazy.
Exactly. But
that
you get
performance
something like
was
that
too
going,
good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Amen.
That's awesome. What about you, Blasty? Okay. Same here. All right. Next question. Couple more to go. All right. Rooting for the favorite or cheering for the underdog?
Oh, that's
It's a close line.
Because this is a close line.
One and a half?
It was 2 at one point, but it went down to 1.5.
Yeah,
to KC.
I like rooting for the underdog. Unless my team had skin in the game, but my team has not had skin in the game for like 30 years. So
see, here's my thing. The
They got some
only
work to do.
reason normally I would root for like the underdog. The underdog, I'm assuming being Philly.
It is
in this
They
situation.
are only, but it only is
Yeah.
a point, 1.5.
Right.
That's the
the
spread.
only reason why in this situation, like I'm rooting for KC is because I don't think we never seen a 3-peat before.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I believe that Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts will eventually get a ring. Like, I don't see them not ever getting the ring. So I think it'd be easier to see them get a ring, but I think it'd be harder to see somebody do a 3-peat when you
Right.
think about the history of the NFL and how long it's been around, and we never got one.
Correct, which I was shocked too. I was
We
like,
never got one out of all
my
these
homework.
years. So it lets you know the testament of how hard it is to get one in the sport of the NFL. So I want to see that because I think it'd be a lot easier to see Philly win a championship
And then they
versus seeing somebody
either,
get three-peat.
And then Philly either got to restart the whole three-peat thing, travel journey, or you know.
Yeah.
So
So I'm going with the three-peat, bro.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for, even though Philly's an underdog, even if they were the favorite, I'd be rooting for them, mostly because of Jalen Hurts. His story.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
His story just I would
Incredible.
love to see him win
Bama,
a championship.
Oklahoma,
What happened to him in Bama?
Yep.
Have to go to Oklahoma and now be at
They
the
should have won
pinnacle.
last time, though, bro.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
had it.
They had it, man.
He's
They
gonna have
should
to
have won
play
last time, man.
Yeah, he got charged up.
Barkley's a
Yeah,
beast, but
he's a
Jalen's
X
going to
factor.
have to play well.
Yeah, he's an X factor. To the chat, so no, we did not freeze. We probably just got excited talking. We were talking about the Call of Duty stuff and everything.
That's going
So
on
we're gonna-
tonight.
Yeah, OG
And his
John,
sister's catering.
So we're in here. Hey, chat too. But remember, jump in on this. You know, what's your favorite? You want iconic legend, new surprises, home watch party, or Super Bowl commercials? Which there are some funny ones.
Yeah.
All right, second
But
to last.
wait,
question.
before you go to the second to last one, though,
Yeah.
like, what is your keys to victory? Because, like,
Ooh,
you've been on the field, bro. You a legend. So it's like, what
Let's
is
hit that
your-
after this.
Okay, that's fair.
We could go more in depth.
Yeah,
to it.
that's
Let's,
fair.
Let's finish
Okay.
this first. I love that. Let's
Okay.
do that next. All right, watching the game. So next one here, watching the game. So another destination. Watch where you gonna watch it. Watching the game at a sports bar
Okay.
or your couch.
Okay.
That's kind of like
Couch.
almost a repeat one.
Okay, so here's my
Yeah.
thing, right? When you're at like a bar or something like that watching it, the reason why I love that is because the new family members you make. Like the new, like I'm gonna tell you right now, some of the most important people in your life you will probably gonna meet in a setting like that when
Yeah.
it comes to
That's
a team
funny.
effort, because you be like, yo, Ru, like you don't even know this person, but y'all having the time of y'all lives.
sure.
Then after
High-fiving
high
each other.
fiving. Those moments you can't beat.
Yeah.
At home is always great, but you can always have an at-home moment.
Right.
But when you go to a bar, some of the new family members you generate
Yeah,
comes from
facts.
that moment over a great sports moment. So,
Gotcha.
yeah. Right.
Gotcha. Nice one. We got OG John in the chat says, I'm at the sports bar. He said, I'm at the sports bar guy. So he is that dude to go to the sports
Yeah.
bar. All right, Rick, where you at here on this?
So, love going to the sports bar, watch a lot of events, but some family members you don't care for. And sometimes those are the ones you meet at the bar as well, right? Let me get away from this fool.
Yeah.
That
So
is so real.
in the house, you can control it.
Yeah.
You get
That's
the
true.
start time,
I'm
what
with
you
Rick on that
control
one.
the food,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Facts. That's true.
Yeah.
which is a big part of it. And then everything that happens throughout the course of the game.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
then you know when you can shut it down.
Oh, and then also like a lot of the trash talking, like at home, because at home you always got that one family member that's
always.
that's on the opposing team
No
from what the whole family is doing.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the beauty in it: if they win, we can all jump them and beat them up, like you know what I'm saying, and
Yeah.
stuff like that at the house.
'Cause they're family members.
Because
We
they
love
family
them.
members, we
You're-
love
you're
them.
gonna be okay.
You're gonna be all right.
You could
And
put
stuff
some
like
dirt
that.
on it. Put some dirt on it.
And if they lose, we could go and like taunt them the whole time, and
Yep.
you're not allowed to leave. You got to deal with this for a while, and then you go home. So yeah, I like that too.
All right, Blasty. What about you, Blasty, back there? All right.
Wow,
Oh, for sure. Gotcha. I'm with the couch,
11-hour drive.
Yep.
I can't do that, bro.
Back to cackalack. All right, last question. Now we're down to the food stuff.
Okay.
Because obviously tailgate.
Very important.
Watching the Super Bowl or a championship game, got to have some grub there. All right. Here we go. Wings or nachos for game day snacks?
Ooh.
Wings or nachos?
All right, so I'm gonna say, like wings all day, but in my situation, I'm gonna have to go with the nachos. But wings get it. Like
Yeah,
wings get
wings
it.
are part.
But
What's on
just
those
because of
nachos,
my
though?
nutrition and stuff like that. 'Cause
Yeah,
I do have my cheat days, but I don't want my cheat day to become a cheat week.
Correct.
So
yeah.
and I
say
know,
you gotta.
yeah. So I'm gonna
focus.
go with nachos because if I start eating wings and getting back to that,
I've done that already.
I'm gonna be messed up. I'm telling you that straight up. I know
You know your
me.
body. You know your body.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
If I put some
Smart.
wings up in there, it's
Yep.
over.
Yep.
So yeah.
What you got there, Rick?
So my
It's on his face.
my wife's wings
Ooh.
would go on his sister's catering list.
Oh,
So his
see, I
wings-
won't be able to
I
go to your
can't
house
wait for
then.
that moment.
All day, every day.
I can't wait for that moment.
Oh man.
Yeah, see, if
You
I go to
don't
your house and eat
understand.
some
At your
wings,
house, I'm-
Like family members come back home and they're like, "You making wings? You making wings?" For real.
Okay.
See,
All the time.
Oh,
see
that's
that-
all I need to know.
See, that's
happen.
oh my gosh, man. See you.
Like we can do anything. Like my daughter, as an example, we want to go get a steak, want to go get this, that. Mom making wings.
I gotta
Bingo.
raise my. You know what? I gotta have a conversation with Ahman so I can raise my discipline level up because I don't know if I can pass up on these wings the way you talking, bro. I don't know if I can pass
like
up on
I
the
said,
wings.
keep it focused to your weekend, your cheat meal.
Focus to the weekend.
Keep it there.
And that's it.
That's what you do. And then keep it at one meal. Cheat day don't mean breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Cheat meal. It
one
means you
meal,
pick one meal.
one day throughout the weekend.
Yeah, so that means it'd be two cheat meals on the weekend.
Oh,
One
because
on-
you
one on
use
Saturday,
one on Sunday.
So you pick, okay, today is going to be breakfast, lunch, or dinner that I'm going to have my cheat moment.
Okay.
That's the discipline part.
Okay.
You know.
So I might have to try that for the sake of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I might have to try that.
Yep. So
I could do that. I could do that.
I'm gonna go like if it's Lori's wings, I'm going because I already could tell with the way between when your kids say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I got 4 daughters and a son. My wife Marie, when she gets slapping up the kitchen, okay, when she's done in the kitchen, it looked like a war zone. So that means
Oh wow! Oh, this real.
It's work.
It's like that.
It is
real
work.
workers now. So
Oh, see, she went it all in. Like she was
Exactly.
okay.
Yep.
exactly, that's a good chef.
So
right
nobody's disappointed
Yeah.
when they okay.
there. So I'm with the wings over there, and so to the chat we had Super Ryan goes wings as well. He said wings for show, bro.
Wings. Guys, see, this is
We
what I'm
say
saying.
wings
You
for
can't go
sure,
wrong
bro.
with some wings,
Good
man. You
ass
can't go wrong with
wings.
wings.
Yeah.
Yep. And then then OG John says I'm a pizza guy.
Really? Yo,
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. This is a true story. I haven't had pizza in like a year and a half.
Ooh, it's been a minute.
It's been that
and
long.
you right there
Wow.
in one
And
of
I'm
the
in New
meccas.
York.
You're in one of the meccas.
That's
It's
pizza
been-
heaven.
How did that
It's-
happen?
New York
I
pizza
know,
heaven.
but because I'm really that strict.
Okay.
But-
See, so
but-
if you could do
That's
that,
good.
you're good.
If
That's
I-
good.
So okay,
With the wings thing.
Okay,
you
with
could
the
do
wing-
that
yeah.
because you right there where
I
it's
know.
literally every
yeah.
corner.
And then what's messed up is like my brother-in-law. You know, he'll order some pizza for the weekend.
somebody out
and
there-
everybody
outside
eating
the-
pizza, and I gotta not. Like,
You don't even walk in the
That's
room.
messed up.
I don't want to because I
don't-
could smell it,
I'll
bro.
stay upstairs.
Yeah, that's messed up.
I don't even
kick
go
'em out.
downstairs.
Very disrespectful, bro.
Yeah.
Like you know
Yeah,
what I'm
and they
saying?
know it.
No doubt.
And they know it because they don't want
That's
to
why
be
they order.
alone.
They don't have to share it. Oh,
Right.
that's right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right. You
Oh,
know,
on purpose,
I'll
son.
eat this piece.
Right.
My bad.
On
I forgot.
purpose, bro.
We got my man
Very
Tinto.
rude.
My man Tinto in the building. Wings for him. Super Ryan says also to add on there. He says, "I wish I could go a year without pizza." LOL.
Yeah, man. A year and a half, I ain't had no pizza, bro.
That's impressive.
Yeah, a
that's
year and a half, no
Very
pizza.
much so.
Yep. So, and
So-
my man OG John, he said, "Shoot, I got 3 weeks. I can't. He said, shoot, I can't go 3 weeks. LOL.
Yo,
a year.
man,
He's
I'm
like
telling
a
you.
year.
Yeah,
Like-
fruits and vegetables, bro.
Yeah.
That's like my whole joint. Like fruits, vegetables,
Same
kale,
thing.
chickpeas.
Same
and,
with me. During
you
the-
know,
yeah, during my
cucumbers. That's all I eat every day, bro. And
Definitely.
but yo, look, man, we good, bro.
It's
We
working.
good.
That's it.
And that's mainly from the way I eat, cause I don't. It's not like I work out every day. Like
Yeah,
if I
that's what I
worked out
said.
5 days a week, like how you did, on top of the way I eat,
Yes.
I wouldn't even be able to lift my arm up, bro. It'd be too crazy.
You're like The Rock.
Right.
Literally.
Yeah. All right, heading into the next segment of the show. So we got game releases coming up. We got a fun
Oh, we gotta talk about that.
retro game
Ooh, talk
that is
about it.
coming out with all its iterations. So we got you can pre-order Tomb Raider.
Yes.
I believe what's that? 4,
Four to
5, and 6.
4, 5, and 6.
Remastered.
Yep. That
All
completes
right.
the collection. Tomb Raider 1 through 6. Yeah.
Exactly. So you got Play the Next series of Tomb Raider Adventures in the Remastered Collection Dark Trilogy. So it includes game titles from Tomb Raider The Last Revelation.
Yep.
Lara Croft discovers the lost tomb of the Egyptian
Yep.
god Set, unwittingly unleashing him, so by accident, basically, fulfilling the ancient prophecy, one that plunges mankind into darkness. And then you have the Tomb Raider Chronicles, following events after Last Revelation. And Lara Croft is buried in an Egyptian tomb and is presumed dead at the time. At her memorial, those closest to her reminisce about her secrets from her past. And then you have the final one, Tomb Raider 6, the Angel of Darkness.
Yep.
Accused of murder, Lara Croft becomes a fugitive on the run while uncovering a sinister conspiracy involving alchemy experiments and the search for ancient artifacts. So you got key features to these games. You got the classic graphics,
Yeah.
the square blocky Lara Croft coming up here, and the more not as dynamic. I say graphics from like the old, what's that? Probably like Xbox 360,
back
or
in the
PlayStation
day,
2, PlayStation 3 there. So all that is remastered visuals there. So play with the original polygon models.
Yeah.
Or swap
Back
to
in the
the
day.
remastered graphics at any time. So you could go switching back and forth.
Yeah,
when you want.
at the drop of a hat.
You could
just
go
like
switch
that.
in the old, had that nostalgic feel of playing that old game there. So travel the globe, follow Lorecraft around iconic locales, including Cairo, Rome, Paris, and many, many more. So experience the darkest adventures, uncover the secrets of Lorecraft's past, and shed the light on the mystery of her disappearance. So this product entitles, it got digital download on PS4 version and digital download on PS5. So we got Lorecraft Tomb Raider 4, 5, and 6 remastered. Oh,
yeah. So,
classic stuff. Right
classic.
there.
So I'm going to tell you this right now. My grandmother, rest in peace, that was her favorite video game character of all time. Tomb Raider. My grandmother loved Tomb Raider so much that she created her own strategy guide outside of the Prima that you would buy. She found things that she found things in the game that I didn't even see in the actual Prima strategy guide. And she started writing. I still got it, like to this day, at my crib, the strategy guide that she wrote out for Tomb Raider. Like she beat every single Tomb Raider. Now I'm gonna tell you something right now, which was so crazy about my grandmoms. Angel of Darkness, I hated that one. Like it was poorly developed. So I can't wait to see what the remaster is like in terms of how it feels. But my grandmother loved Tomb Raider so much that even though
it's fun,
Angel of Darkness wasn't developed so great, she beat that game. She played all of them. And the way her mind is, like my grandmother, the way her mind is, she has such a ill way of discovering strategies, like on how to play games, because you got to time your jumps right, and
because if you're not, you're falling down the waterfall.
That's
and you got to reset. And
so
all that fun stuff.
My grandma's was incredible at finding the secrets and all this other stuff. Man, it's to see this remastered like this is amazing.
Right, and that's RPG rules.
Yeah,
right? When you're playing an RPG game like a Tomb Raider, where you actually looking and finding, and it's like a you got traps and booby traps. You got kind of like Indiana Jones as well.
Yeah.
Great Circle or Circle of Light or whatever.
Now you're right. The Great Circle.
The Great Circle.
Yeah, I love that game.
Came out for holiday. The rule is when you walk into any room, you literally look at every nook and cranny before you move to the next room. That's RPG rule.
I have to.
You got to go pick up stuff, like anything you could grab, pick it up. And all that. So
and you can spot if something's out of place. It's like, wait a minute, something in it. Yeah.
It's not supposed to be.
Yeah, and sometimes, and actually, like in Star Wars Outlaws.
Oh, Outlaws, yep.
You could put it on a color blindness.
Yeah.
And the color blindness will actually help you better, because then you can see the objects are highlighted, because if you're colorblind, you might miss it.
Right. Yep.
So you make the adjustment. So you got, what's that, EA actually helping you out with finding
that's interesting.
I like other little trinkets,
I love that, man.
Easter eggs that help you either not even complete. Sometimes the Easter eggs don't help you beat the game. They're just there, fun to find. And then you get that achievement unlocked.
Yeah.
How about that though? Hold up. How you love the achievement when you get that?
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you right now. Shout out to my girl. She every time she get a trophy, she like trophy. Like she literally do that. And then or if she get achievement, she like. Achievement, like she has her own sound bite to how, because I ain't gonna front, man. Like for me, you got some people that they like live and die to get the platinum and stuff like that. I don't care about it to that extent, but when you do unlock something and you hear that sound, whatever, it's like you always look at it like, oh, achievement, like it's son,
you had any achievements you unlocked?
Didn't play that game.
What about any game?
Oh yeah, for sure, but. It's been a minute.
Okay.
Got
you. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, I'm more that quick run around, shoot, Call of Duty type game or sports games. That's pretty.
So his achievement is getting like
get achievements in there.
Yeah, his achievement is getting like for sure. Like 20 headshots in a row or something like that.
Yeah,
that's
whenever I can call in the helicopter, like
there you go. So there you go.
But so. My oldest son, that's what he loves to play. Kind of be in those RPG type games. And
I love him.
And
I
just
finished. Yeah, like in terms of RPG games. So I just finished. What's the name? Dragon Age. So I just finished Dragon Age. I beat that.
They got a new DLC up for that.
Yep. So I just beat that. I'm looking forward to what's this other joint? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember the name. Borderlands.
Oh, yeah.
Borderlands 4. That's coming, so I'm
That's
looking forward to that.
I bought 3. I haven't finished it, but I have 3.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to Borderlands 4. That's my joint. There's a bunch of other games I'm looking forward to this year. This year is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to a lot of games because I know when Grand Theft Auto 6 drop, it's over.
Oh,
I'm not
it's
doing
a
nothing
wrap.
else. That's it.
And Super
They
Ryan.
should make it a national holiday because you know how many like people said that they're not going to work
Oh, I know.
that day.
No surprise.
Like get ready. Everybody's gonna be sick
Yep.
on Grand Theft Auto 6 Day. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
no surprise. So Super Ryan in the chat says, I'm looking forward to Switch 2.
Oh, Switch
That-
2.
that got announced a couple
April
weeks ago.
2nd.
Yep.
I think April 2nd they're gonna be showing it off.
Yep, so that's a big,
Yep.
little bigger screen, a little bigger controllers.
Yeah, magnetic
Yeah, same
Joy-Cons now.
magnetic Joy-Cons. So same visual design,
Yeah.
but just a little bigger on everything there. So that's going to
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too.
All right, we headed down now to one of my favorites because I'm a movie watcher, TV show guy. So we're headed to What's on Stream here, and we got
Ooh, I got
a
a
fun
bunch.
series. We got a fun series I'm watching right now. Since I was aware of this series when it was coming out, but it was a little bit past my generation. So I was 24, 23 when this hit in 1996.
Oh, wow.
So 1999. I was drafted to Seattle, so I'm a Seahawk. So when I would come home for practice, make dinner, while I'm cooking dinner or whatever, in the background, I would put this show on. It was Pokemon Season 1.
Wow.
So I'm recapping Pokemon Season 1. I'm on Episode 3. This is the Indigo series.
Wow.
Right here. So when Ash Ketchum.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Ketchum was his last name until I started watching. I'm like, you can't get
because
any
you would
better.
think it's catch 'em all. Like I'm supposed to catch them, but his name is actually catch 'em.
Right, so I didn't
That's
even realize
crazy.
that was his last name.
Right.
I said, oh, of course, that's just what promoting, marketing, perfect.
Yeah.
So to catch him, Mr. Ash is discovered and catches his first Pokemon in this episode. From episode 1 to 2, he's already got Pikachu.
Yeah.
That was his first that he found, but Pikachu was actually like hard-headed.
Yeah.
Don't want to listen to him and asking him to get the ball. And he's like, Pikachu's like, no, I ain't getting that ball.
Yeah.
You want me to go to the ball? No. So Ash gets his first Pokemon, and though he's excited, Misty, one of his teammates in the Pokemon hunting, is grossed out by the new bug type of friend of Pokemon. So it's I think the Caterpillar looking bug.
Yeah.
So she didn't like the look of it. So this is the full episode. We're not gonna get. So that's the Pokemon that he caught right here.
Yeah.
And of course she didn't like it.
Wow.
I guess she didn't like
this
bugs.
is a classic moment
She
right
don't
now.
like
bro.
caterpillars or something, But for him, just like we're talking, getting those achievements, right?
Yeah.
This was an achievement unlocked.
Facts.
He caught his first Pokemon, but his teammate was like,
Wow.
why you catch him? He's slimy. I don't like bugs like that.
Yeah. I don't like bugs like that for real. Like in real life.
Right,
like,
facts. So I was like, for me, like I'm just taking a trip down this memory lane because, like I said, I was aware of it because I was playing ball, Seattle, and my daughter Amani, that's here now, she was like 2.
Wow.
And I would put her down and go make my dinner, and her mom was probably doing something else, but she's watching this, but I don't know if she too did not really quite aware of like what was happening, during the episode, but how even now, so my stepson Virgil, he's a little bit older than Amani, so he was like aware. He was like 5'6". So him, this is before I met, my next wife, his mom, they were collecting the Pokemon cards. And so he had the whole collection, like he had Charizard and all that. So today now he's 30.
Wow.
So he has still all what he had.
From back then, he still got these cards.
So he's been collecting them. And so we've just picked up in Houston. He found somebody in Houston online that was selling their old folder of cards.
Wow.
And we went and picked them up. And so he's in Arizona now. So me and my wife went and picked it up. She was putting it in the mail. I think she took pictures of it so he could see it before she ships it to him. But it was just like deep into it, because I was like that with baseball and football cards.
Right.
Wow.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
I remember when I got my Ken Griffey Jr. card, his rookie card.
Oh my gosh.
With I think it was a Donruss card.
Couldn't tell you nothing.
And Rick, you're a baseball guy, so you know what I'm talking about. I got that one, and then I just kept collecting. I ended up getting all his rookie cards from every card company. So I had his rookie card from Donruss, Topps, Elite Fleer. That was another one. And then some of the special editions that Donruss did and Fleer did.
Right.
And I got them in the hard cases. And one of the plastic cases that I got it in, it's starting to turn yellow. So thank God I got it in there.
Yeah.
Right? Because the card would turn and crack and all that. So I was like, I wanted to do this because one thing about gamers, they all flock to this series.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like Pokemon is a series, so that's one of the reasons I started recapping this, because to then get my acumen up on Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because I already know, for the movies that just recently came out, the new ones that came out with in the last 10 years, like only one I know or Pokemon I know is Pikachu.
Yeah.
You know, I know him, and then maybe Charizard. Just because of the names and knowing that Charizard, if you find a Charizard Platinum card, that's like 25 grand right now.
Yeah,
right?
easy.
You know,
That's think about that. That's crazy, bro.
Yep.
Pokemon card.
Right.
That's crazy. I love it though. I love it.
Yep. So
there's so much history and culture to that. Like,
exactly.
so I love it.
And then so that's why I was like, let me start this, because I know a lot of guys that I watch, like Akido, Tento. That's in the chat right now. And Super Ryan. They were that was their generation. You know, like I said, I was like 23. So I already had mine. I had my Smurfs. I had my Transformers, and I had G.I. Joe.
And you know, so funny, just we talk about TV shows and stuff like that. Smurfs got a new joint that's coming out now.
Oh,
and stuff like that. Yep.
I can't wait.
Yep. Smurfs got a new movie coming out.
Nice.
And there's a lot of stuff like that's coming out, and a lot of stuff that's coming back.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's amazing how, like, I tell people all the time, old things are new to those that never experienced them.
100%.
So that's what people be forgetting. That's why, like, even in the music business, like certain artists, I'm like, why did you stop, like, doing your thing? Because what you may be considered an old artist, but if you create something new, it's new. You're the creator,
right.
And you may be considered an older artist to older people that knew you back then.
Facts.
But like my son, his favorite song right now is Candy Rain from Soul For Real. My love. That's his favorite song. And you know what he told me? He said, hey, Dad, you know this song? What you know about this?
Right.
I said, Mark, what? I didn't know whether to hit you or like you might say, I ain't gonna hit you.
You don't think I know my song?
I'm about to hit you, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? But he was trying to put me on some of my stuff.
Right.
But
Like,
it's amazing how they love it. Now, I'm gonna tell you something else. This is so crazy. My sister mentioned this. If you look at today's music, it still ties into the Pokemon conversation and stuff.
Right.
But if you turn on the radio, if you go to the music, you don't hear like R&B songs now, like how we used to hear it back in the day about love and that like all this other stuff. You don't hear that at all. No, like that's gone, bro. It's bad. So it's just interesting how we gotta cherish a lot of the things because just like that is gone. Like, you know what I mean? So. Yeah, but continue though, bro, with the Pokemon, because that's so interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. So in the chat, Super Ryan said, I started playing Pokemon TCG on mobile.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yep. He said that game, or then OG John said, that game is super fun, and it is mostly just been open, and so he's been opening packs now and everything. But watching that episode, obviously Ash catching his first Pokemon, but then his teammates, and then the Rocket team. They show up.
Yeah. I know.
I
Team Rocket.
remember seeing them, when I was in Seattle. And I'm like, what the heck? Who these two guys?
Yeah, Team
They're
Rocket.
supposed to be the bad guys. And they weren't really, they're more like anti-heroes than bad guys. They weren't completely villains.
Yeah.
They were just like, we're going to steal your Pokemon if you're not paying attention.
They remind me of, what's the two people named from Power Rangers?
I wasn't Power Ranger. I know of them. I won't know names, though.
Oh, yeah. It was these two dudes that used to always try to bully the Power Rangers when they wasn't in their Power Ranger form and stuff like that.
When they were Joes.
So like Team Rocket, like you always had those people that would come and try to bully you.
Yeah.
Even in TV shows like Family Matters and stuff like that, you always had certain people that come and try to bully you.
Yep.
It's so funny.
Yeah. So wrapping up this real quick, but great series, and then I just like to see. I love what I'm gonna see with Ash in other episodes. Cause I know he gets better, at catching the Pokemon. And it's funny, he finally did at the end. I think it was in episode 2 where he got Pokemon to actually, or not Pokemon, Pikachu, to actually start listening to him, because he helped him get away from the sparrows. He got attacked, almost attacked by the sparrows, and then Pikachu electrocuted him, and that was kind of their bonding moment.
Yeah.
Oh, you helped me out. This, that, and the other. So
It's so cool.
Yeah,
How
episode
ill is
3.
it? You got 3 grown men talking about Pokemon.
exactly.
This is beautiful.
Exactly.
I love it.
So going
All right.
back to your music, though.
Yeah.
You know who I wish was still around?
Who?
Soul to Soul.
Oh,
Soul to
man.
Soul.
That music.
Keep on moving.
Yep.
What? That's my
Yeah.
son.
Soul to soul. Yep.
Yo, come
Oh,
on, man.
I
Son,
had-
don't get me
At one
started,
point in
son.
time, I had that memorized.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I
son.
had, I had that and Candy Rain memorized.
Yo, word up, man.
Yeah.
Like, ain't nothing like having like an old soul
Yeah.
as well
Oh,
with
yeah.
that good music, man.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
my gosh, man.
I got to talk about
Timeless.
that. I got to talk about that. So real quick,
Back
talking about
to-
old souls. One of my daughters, Aaliyah,
Yep.
she's my second to youngest. So she's 24. Then we have a 22-year-old. But the 24-year-old Aaliyah, for whatever reason, I remember when she was in high school, she was listening to Jimi Hendrix.
Wow.
I'm like,
What?
we walk up and we bought her. We bought her a recorder. That plays a little one that plays records.
Yeah.
Like vinyls.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
bought her
yeah.
that, and we're like, I'm like, what is she? What Aaliyah? Who's she listening to? Because I'm like, you playing vinyls, you playing nothing that
Yeah, exactly.
wasn't maybe early '90s and back
Yeah,
to
that's
the
it.
'50s, And she got Bob. She had Jimmy and Bob
Wow.
and Bob Marley on that. I was like,
Wow.
I'm like, what? I was
Nice.
like, where'd you come from? I was like, what? I said, you jumped in a time machine and you got dropped off here in 2012.
That's
So, yeah,
crazy.
she does that. So that's one of her favorite artists, and she got his posters on the wall.
Wow,
and everything.
man.
Good
So
music transcends, though.
Yeah,
It
It
lives
is.
facts.
forever.
It is.
Facts.
All right. Coming up on the last segment of the Gamers Lounge show here in New Orleans, Super Bowl week. Here we got my gamer tips of the week here.
Oh, okay.
So,
Let's
and
get
I've
it.
been, so I've been breaking down right now FPS tactics.
Ooh, okay.
Mastery. So the tip of the week is mastering one role, because you look at games like Valorant,
Yeah.
Overwatch, what else? I want to say maybe Fortnite and Call of Duty, only because of just more of the guns. But with Apex and Valorant, those characters, the avatars or the operators, they got powers.
Right.
So the tip is be a specialist before becoming a generalist. So get good at that character or that operator or that tactic. Start by mastering one role or one specific game mechanic before trying to learn everything about the game. So take it baby steps.
Right.
That's
At a
facts.
time.
Yep.
I agree. Even though I don't like it, but
Right.
it's true. Like,
Yeah,
like
you
I
wanna
don't like
start-
the fact that
Yeah.
it's true, but it is true.
Right. So start small before you expand, trying to get good at everybody.
Yep.
Master one. So the practice is stick to one hero, champion, or character for extended period of time and understand every aspect of that role. This is huge in fighting
Yeah.
games for sure.
Very huge.
And so
I'm going to add to that,
so,
though.
so real quick, so then
Okay.
gradually expand. Then after that, gradually expand your knowledge. So there
Got you.
go.
So what I was going to add to that is don't focus on the character you like just because you like that character. Focus on the character that feels good to you.
correct.
So a lot of times, like for example, in Marvel Rivals, right?
Oh,
Wolverine-
that's
Yeah,
what I was
there
going.
you
Yeah,
go.
I was
Wolverine
gonna
is
bring
my
that up. I was
yeah.
gonna bring
Wolverine
that
is
up.
my favorite Marvel character.
Okay.
And just because that's my favorite
'Cause
Marvel
you read his
character,
books, you like his yes.
yeah, I was trying to use him and stuff like that. I like him. Don't get me wrong, but I actually perform best with Punisher because he's more my style
Yeah.
of play.
Amen. Yep.
So focus on what works for you in terms of style of
Yep.
play versus I just love this character, so I'm gonna force myself to, because then you might not have fun.
Yep.
So yeah,
100%.
that's another thing.
So
would
I
say.
did the same thing,
Oh,
same
word?
character, because I like Wolverine
Everybody
on the
loves
screen,
Wolverine.
and it was
Wolverine.
Wolverine, and I was doing it with Wolverine and Black Panther, because those are the
Nice.
ones
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
yeah,
on,
yeah, yeah.
on the big screen, right? Chadwick Boseman,
Yep. R.I.P.
and Gene Hackman,
Yeah.
my man,
Ooh.
right? But when I got playing the game, then I was like, you know what? Let me try something else. I'm struggling.
No,
with this
Hugh
one.
Jackman.
Or Hugh
My
Jackman.
bad.
I said
You said
Gene.
Gene Hackman.
I said
Yeah,
Gene
Hugh Jackman, yeah.
But the letters was there.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
H's
yeah,
and the
yeah,
G.
yeah.
I was trying to put it together. All right. But
Gene
so,
Hackman would make it one funny Wolverine, though.
That would be
Facts.
hilarious.
Facts.
Sorry.
Facts. Okay, I had a moment there. I was trying to say something funny
So,
with
Black
Gene
Panther,
Hackman.
Wolverine.
But I would start messing around with Loki.
You like Loki?
And for Marvel Rivals,
Yeah.
that's my dude.
Wow.
Because he's the mischief, he's the god of mischief.
Yeah.
He can duplicate himself.
Yeah.
That's part of his
Power.
utilities in power.
Yeah.
you know. And when he does his ultimate, he copies. So if we're fighting, say if it's you, Rick, and you and Hip Hop is on your team, and I got Blasty and I got Mike on my team, but you have one hell of an ultimate as your character Hip Hop.
Yeah.
I could copycat you.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
So he copycat just like he did in the movies.
Yeah.
And so then he copycats everything, including their ultimate.
Ooh, yeah.
So if your ultimate is dope, I'm gonna take it and use it against you.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I got multiple of me to multiply and he's a healer.
Yeah.
So I can multiply myself and then heal my team members too. And then also when I hit my ultimate, double damage to your team. So that's where Loki, I
he
learned
broke
the
down
hard
Loki
way.
great.
Yep.
He broke down Loki. So now the reason why I love Punisher, I'm gonna tell you why. So especially a lot of the levels where I go high, like I would turn into like the machine gun, the turret.
Yep.
And I'm shooting everybody from from a top
Overwatch,
level.
from
from a top level.
Yep.
So I'm shooting down and destroying everybody, and that give us the lead and momentum. And then a lot of times when I'm in my running gun phase, I turn into that to Punisher for real, and now I'm running the gun and shooting everybody up and stuff like that. Right. And because of my shotgun, and my girl put me onto this, the shotgun, when I'm going against like a Venom or something like that, a couple of shots, that armor gone, and then boom, we go at it. So I just I like Punisher because I feel like I'm playing Call of Duty in some ways. You know what I'm saying? So
and that's a good game. And that's one of your best games, probably.
Yeah, so that's my thing.
So that is the gamer tip of the week. So gentlemen, we are at the end of the show.
All right.
I appreciate you both for showing up here, and we're gonna be talking
a lot
in the next couple months. Once the player league gets going, we'll be meeting up with these teams, their coaches.
Yeah.
I don't know when Rick could join us on the call too. I know that he'll be somewhere in the background watching and aware, because obviously he'll be part of setting it up with all the high schools down in between Houston and Green Bay and Charlotte and New England area. KJ, he got the information, so I just gotta keep bugging AJ. Yeah, Dylan. I don't know, because he had the neck injury from the season.
Yeah.
So he said he's going down somewhere in Florida for his off-season training. So he's already getting started there. So he's on his mission, his journey to get back for 2025 in the fall for being the backfield with my guy Josh Jacobs, who I met yesterday. Finally.
Wow.
So I'm super excited. I was just as excited as I was when Josh signed. Unfortunately AJ got hurt. That same excitement is coming back for this next season. So to the chat real quick, my man Super Ryan says Splatoon is the only comp game I know, and it doesn't use roles, but it still works. Stick with one weapon and figure out what that weapon can do that not everyone else can do. So there you go.
Got you. Yeah, Splatoon is tough.
Yeah, Splatoon is because that's the paint. And
you
getting all the roller and all that stuff. So that it's a fast game too.
Yo, I'm telling you right now,
it's a fast game too. Thank you, Ryan, Super Ryan, for that.
Yo, shout out to Super Ryan, and I'm gonna tell you something that'd be really, really smart and different if they did this. If they had like a Splatoon, but they had like a Bloods and Crips mode. I'll tell you though right now, and you go to the hood and be like, look, we not killing each other no more. But we're going to battle in Splatoon. We're going to paint it up. We're going to paint the block. We're going to paint the block. And whoever wins, that person's block get painted that color in real life. Or stuff like that. I ain't going to take it that far. But how crazy? But that would be crazy if we said, look, we're not going to settle nothing in real life no more where we hurting each other.
Correct.
We're going to settle it in Splatoon. Red versus blue, Splatoon, and we're going to paint it up in the game.
Right.
And whoever wins.
They do that anyway. They spray and paint the walls
anyway. There you go. So, Splatoon, Bloods, and Crips edition.
Oh,
that would be crazy.
That's funny. That's crazy.
Funny.
That's crazy. So, I want to thank you two gentlemen. I want to thank Sean from earlier, the player from Southern Miss, pro as well, that he's doing some good things that we might be working with him as well. So, but that's the beauty of video games.
Yeah, man, I love it.
We've been talking for literally hours, but it doesn't seem like that.
Yeah, because you're just in it. Like when you in it, you don't even think about it, bro. I'm having fun, man.
Right. I mean, the only sucky thing about this is got to come to a stop.
Yeah,
because we got to play the tournament. Part. We got to play the Mario Kart tournament. See what your Mario Kart skills is like up in here.
Let's get it.
So for everybody to jump on the show today, for behind the scenes Blasty, Mike, and crew that came down from Carolina, 13-hour drive.
Wow,
huffing it, but they came from Carolina to New Orleans, hip hop
Yeah.
growing up as well. You know, I was like, my man was coming
All
in.
love,
When I
man.
found
It's
out-
an honor,
when
bro.
we talked about it, I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I can't wait to hip hop. I was like, and I told Rick this when we first had our call. I was like, hey, my man hip hop, his energy is this. He's gonna come in, and it's him. And,
Yeah.
and he saw it. Him and
Yo,
agree.
and I
it was
think-
Me,
funny
love
because
it.
I seen it. So I called him. I was like, "Yo, big, so yo, big Rick, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Where you at? You know what I mean?" And I see a Starbucks or something. Like, where we at? And then he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna meet you at the top of the escalator."
Yeah,
so
right
I came on the
outside,
escalator.
right.
I saw him walk. I'm like, "Yo,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying, son?" That was fire. I met him, and then I met my man Kobe and
Yep.
stuff like that. And we just been literally rocking since I walked up in here, son.
Perfect.
We've been
Been
rocking
nonstop.
ever since, and
Nonstop.
it's just an honor to be on the Gamers Lounge, man.
Yeah,
Let's get it.
I'm gonna be on your show one
Let's
day.
go,
Coming
man.
up
I'm
soon.
telling you.
I can't wait.
And we got to talk some hip hop too.
Oh,
We got
man.
to talk some video games. We got to talk some hip
I could
hop.
talk music all day.
I need
too,
that.
Man. I'm a Tupac
Yeah.
guy. I'm a Biggie guy, and then I'm West Coast rap too. I grew up in LA, so
Oh,
NWA, Ice Cube,
Ooh, we got to talk about all of
Trey
it.
D. You know, it's whew, I
We-
can't wait to
I'm
have
telling
that.
you, you gotta
I can't wait to have that
I
conversation.
need to have Ahman on Hot
Yeah.
97, man. We got to
we
talk
will.
about it.
We will do that. So we break down this show, outro of the show. So thank you everybody for tuning in to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge, where gaming, sports,
Yeah.
life all collide here. So we hope you enjoyed the show and got your dose of gaming goodness, insightful conversation, which we had today, right?
Yeah.
Be sure to follow us on social. So we started Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge on TikTok, Ahman Green 30 on X and Instagram, on Twitch, Ahman Green TV, and on Kick, Ahman Green, because I messed with the S. I left the S out. By accident. But I think I could, about a year or a couple months, I could go in there and edit it. So Ahman Green Gamers Lounge. One of my English teachers, Mr. Eck, in class, he'd be like, "Man, that's not right. You got to punch your H that." And that's what I'm thinking right now, Mr. Eck. He was no joke. One I wrote a paper on Scarlet Letter.
Oh, wow.
And it looked like Freddy Krueger went to it. He
Oh,
had
yo, my
these
writing
red
is
marks,
horrible.
all these red marks on it. He said, "Hey, well, if you want to get a better grade, you better redo that thing." And you know what I did? I redid it.
You redid
I
it.
said, "Could I can't have a D plus on this."
Oh,
Gave
man,
it-
that's crazy.
I redid it, gave it back. It gave me a B plus. I was like,
All right, there you
we
go.
So
We pass over here.
so I got all the social media. And so real quick, let's get some plugs for you too.
Yeah,
Let everybody
man.
know where they can find Hip Hop Gamer on social and your Twitch channel and all that fun stuff.
Yep, everything is Hip Hop Gamer, like twitch.tv/Hip Hop Gamer, Instagram, Hip Hop Gamer,
Boom. Continuity.
X, Hip Hop Gamer. Everything is continuity. I own my name. Everything is trademarked. Everything that you could Google me, Hip Hop Gamer, and everything will pop up. So Hip Hop Gamer, follow me. I'm doing some truly amazing things, like really amazing things, and y'all support helps me to help other people continue to do that. So love you all. God bless. It's an honor, man. I mean it, man.
Yep.
It's an honor to be down
No,
here,
same.
man.
Me
Like for
too.
real. I can't thank y'all
I can't
enough,
wait
man.
till I get to New York, man.
For real. Yeah,
And,
you gotta get to New York. And you know what? If you get to New York, for a cheat day,
Pizza.
I'll have a pizza with you.
Yes.
I'll have a
Let's
you
go.
hold me to that.
Yeah,
hold me to that.
I will.
I'll have a pizza with you.
And it's on the
Oh,
stream
yeah, so
too.
yeah, so I
It's on
can't
the
lie.
stream too. So Rick,
It's there now. It's there now.
right. So Rick, you want to stay plugged in and everything, and where y'all at with your socials and website as well.
Just go to the website. Everything's
Yeah.
listed there. StayPluggedIn.com. You'll be able to see all the different initiatives we're running. Players League, STEM Racing League. All our socials are capped in there as well. So check it out.
100%. So guys,
Let's get it.
Again, thank you for doing my show, and this is the Gamer Lounge, and so this is Ahman Green signing off, and game on.
Bye.